do o message no de obasa o ka fa show no ho ende no o de afa YouTube ye kwama ne niaba ye ba mekenkan enso etimi e de amane number 1 ena our radio no so ne the traditional one ai 9 ni no insha 104.5 honso minim se modi ba fidie na to amutie dwumadie no line kopim se dumi no ebebo ye one papi ena ade emamti yana wa join na se de dwumadie no achise so ade amam se UEFA Champions League match day 4 completed na ekoye ma binom ebim so onoma ankoye kra na on a day like this amaye adwuma na menya result no mani ajepa enra kraba kronim me ye adwuma papa na Chelsea for no cast en kame brago radio so na omakusia no me ye adwuma no sickly so me make sure say me nya no abonti no obi anu de me ye enti enra no de tene say audience say kran fisro Club amotifie ne Barca ebo 3-3 na Barca mo highline makach de bo Hansi Flick o highline ne de so anya bibia amfani ne goals no obeji de bi enti enra Barcelona kobo draw 3-3 Karabakh FK mi team no yenso tenafie ya no be share first goal ye betishe omo and a referee frustrated ya no bete kana 8-2 and on so some ha ye be this sound community na awudwumadie so of course the other games no City share 9 Dortmund Kano mienu Inter all share aye Karat Amantinom any the other games in the 90 for them young comrade minim say ye be room na ya bom nkomo at the free UEFA Champions League no and the Europa League and a Conference League no matches wo ha and so yakoba near the hunsem na no adamo na ya to adwumadie no so awofie pamchaw se obi a watie bia no ya tati bibia friend the countdown no at the super class hearts of folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko and egusua ye dwene esa game no and so ahona enne ye focus ebeye the back line and also the defense of the two teams you know hearts of folk Kumasi Asante Kotoko enne ye bedin common dia fa ho na ya show bia back line ye ebeye amonso ebeye na afei amatimi anya winyame adama on Sunday no na ye bedi sound common no awo dwumadie so this and many more in 104.5 Thursday edition yatnasia yedi Abraham Richard ni yenkwai na inshe dwumadie na say emfa emfri eye amanani abra Andy Costa edi eko amanani no wie ya no abrafo betnase na yedi nkomo edi amam 104.5 good morning the show is airborne
Bema Bedi na kid wako share Singapore kakra.
Oh, Singapore.
Yeah, was the hotels in your top notch. Marriott for no. But did them
when you in US, mammy.
The US in holiday.
UKB.
Uko US is a
Florida, no.
US do holiday.
Oh, remember.
We are going to
holidays.
We are going to US a wood some people done it, catch it, and you want to get it.
I see.
But sometimes US holiday.
Oh, remember.
You know, Mama win. You must all try, Rich. Yes, no.
Mr. Before Kofi ever started the discussion about the UEFA Champions League, you know, one opesa bet a bet way code any day mount. And he said, and your bet way, dear, untimi me join it, sa group way. Me the number name as so group no one. O abruchira obetimi afa. O Ghana hanso a obetimi afa. Na number no onso aba be betting group no. Ye the code ni tuma no afa bi na onso no wakwa akotwa. Me ba cho number no 0247 932805 0247 932805. Obese obeka yem betting a group no ho a number no nam dia to dwane na wafa na se wonso no watimi aba beka ho ti yensan komona se anu 9 matches and your boy and then so no you another 9 games didina no I was say a preview at the mamo awujumadi no so dibra YouTube and Share TV na a part of the show kofi enkai na na ko
and now, like you said, we had the first batch of UEFA Champions League matches, and which I think it is noteworthy to start by commending Vincent Kompany.
I heard you.
I didn't expect them to control the game and play like they did yesterday. To be very honest with you, Ubekaya, Abra Vincent Kompany, Enzo Maresca, Chelsea boy. Mibeka Chelsea. That game, no, I did not think it was down to Chelsea's inexperience. I remember I said it's a tactically Vincent Kompany Enzo Maresca. He was better than him. And in yesterday's analysis, I kept on telling you, say the bigger test for Vincent is that Sir Maresca mo level any side, you know. Enrique mo level near next one. It was so like the boss Pep Guardiola. So if he goes to the Parc des Princes and dominates it and wins it, then he deserves all the credit. With 16 games, he has met some very difficult teams on the way, and a team Bayern Munich was solid and dry. Sometimes our game states have a huge effect on how the game turns out. Maybe a CCC match, just like the time Dembele Ete Kanaye outside, no, after the when muscle injury, he's out. And then how the game in itself turned around. The first goal that Luis Diaz shared, the time he scored, made the game state a little because I felt like
4 minutes now Bayern.
Yes, I felt like in the first opening game he played. Paris Saint-Germain had a chance, then Bayern also had a chance. You remember yesterday we spoke about the fact say which department will win the game. Was it going to be the defense or was it going to be the attack? It looked as if Rich, the Bayern defense that we didn't even give too much credit for were much more decent.
Very resolute.
Yeah, no, me a very solid. I will give him, and I think that the solidity of the defense of Bayern hinges more on the role of Abranche friend Stanisic and a Konrad Laimer. They do a very good job because these are not natural fullbacks. Only are more like midfielders that add a lot of physicality to a them when Bayern are playing. And it was an absolute display from Football Club Bayern Munich. They won the game. Vincent Kompany deserves a lot of credit. You see, they gave the ball to Paris Saint-Germain. So the statistics now: 71 possessions to Paris Saint-Germain, 21 to Bayern Munich. Paris Saint-Germain created 2.01. Bayern created 1.445. But then still, it's the clinicality of Bayern for attack that made the difference. So much, and congratulations to them. On a night where Paris Saint-Germain needed to stand up and they make a difference. No, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. It was Tima, your friend of Bayern Munich, and Juman. Then the next big one. Which did you expect? I think both of us said Liverpool will win.
Sure.
But I don't think so. We expected it to be this, not emphatic in terms of results, as in goals, but emphatic in terms of Madrid for in local colloquial terms. Because so the data, Madrid they created an XG of less than 0.5. It's XG that Madrid created, form. And so we see Anna slot after the game. Anna say, in preparation of the match, he told his team say either they press very high and aggressive against Madrid to stop Mbappe and Vini, or they be in a compact low block on permanent block. And we push a game now. Madrid will have the ball, try to pass it around, but they were toothless. So Liverpool 1% of press here, they were much more better in their press. They stepped up the press better. And then when they came back to the compact low block, it was difficult for football club Real Madrid to bring them down.
I don't know, it's a normal bread here. Madrid team born on bono.
Oh, I don't think it was tiredness.
Maybe I'm sure I'm at a point there because I know a game clearly not a Liverpool versus Courtois.
Yeah.
Liverpool never born in now. And me say to me, game na meeting expectation. Na born kakama me.
Oh,
gonna as a Liverpool, yeah. The Madrid I know, Champions League night. Me who Madrid team no.
But Rich, Madrid have played 4 or 3 big games this season. They've lost 2. And in all of those games, their opponent team will really have ceded possession to Madrid. And they've allowed Madrid play. In the Clasico that Madrid won, Madrid the follow gave the ball to Barcelona and they heads Barcelona. But in the game against Atletico de Madrid that they lost, in the game against Liverpool and Ronaldo, in both games, the game opponents gave the ball to Madrid, either press high or start in a compact low block and allowed Madrid to play. Madrid were toothless. From last night, I've been thinking, say, yes, Xabi Alonso is doing well, but in the next stage of building a formidable side is truly to how to control games. And now, our friend Eduardo Camavinga on the right central midfield area, it did not work. The angles did not favor him in that area to really, impose himself in the match and then be very, very creative from that part of the pitch. It did not happen for him. And that is why it's Ushe data now. And on your tactical board, you look at this data and it tells a simple story. Liverpool restricted Real Madrid to just 0.45. You can see here 0.5. 0.45 XG tonight. That is the lowest figure Madrid have registered in any game in over a year. 0.47 was the previous one against Villarreal last year, 2024.
So it means that the master man Americano.
Yeah.
Real Madrid only need a game. I know, especially some away in the Champions League. They always hurt you.
Yeah.
Or counter.
Yeah.
But then Madrid team no dey go fit can cry. Throughout the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Anya Shekra obenya setting Vinicius Junior. Odo be ko baako bi. Mbappe do be ko baako bi. But then no so much ball na Mbappe no cry jebo no slow game no. No maba pass no.
You see
Vinicius the same thing.
You see
Conor Bradley cried on money movie.
I think that whilst Nyawo Kane is very, very legitimate now. One thing you take a lot of credit for Liverpool.
No.
That's I'm not saying that that's what you are doing.
Me catch us Liverpool be there.
Yeah, but no, in the game state, one thing you take a lot of credit for Liverpool because Rich, Niamani telling say yes, Mbappe on any day creates even against Atletico de Madrid and Barcelona they created chances. But why is it that Liverpool stopped them from creating? It's scenarios like this. It is the job of Ibu Konate, and we've mentioned in the last few days, Liverpool have struggled defensively. But in this game, they were spot on in stopping Mbappe.
Madrid
because Liverpool
wanted... simple.
Because we born now, but okay, me go for some crap.
The Champions League go park of
Liverpool won the game by doing the job on 2 of Madrid.
More
Champions League also see a movie. Enka kasa be Ukraine. Oben ma kasa nkofu bi. Enka minya B2 and come here medicine. Senior, also biological science. Your biological science are you Enka zazna. CCA no be medicine we know that's the fuck.
Nkaminyana intama.
What we got intama?
Now what do I do?
You fast not going.
Pacho, let's proceed. Let's proceed.
In the area, I think Conor Bradley was very, very good on their branch of Ibu Konate. Which, CC and I make us in the Twitter. Say, this boy Conor Bradley, he could have been one of the best right backs, and Liverpool probably wouldn't have needed to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold with Obia. But I say, Obo once a while. Big game, Madrid versus Atletico Madrid sometime. Even last year, then he goes to sleep and comes later. If Conor Bradley can put up consistent performances like what he showed yesterday, I think he's going to be exceptional. From Team Friend Football Club, friends and Liverpool. Congratulations to Thibaut Courtois. Which in the Champions League, you need difference makers.
Because say Pro 11.
Yeah.
Let me catch I say. Me choose Donnarumma because Oshe season now do the Paris Saint-Germain no. Na Denzel be Thibaut Courtois ahead of him.
Last year was Duna.
And yes sir, look, in prem yeah generation we. Goalkeepers there, Ubia no better Thibaut Courtois.
Thibaut Courtois is the best goalkeeper.
The reach, the reflexes.
And see, usually in a modern game where Donnarumma Mokro Mosu want to say Onona.
Onum good.
And this weekend Man City played in the English Premier League. Area ball, your boy and Donnarumma ja 20 abashe. Donnarumma, the last international break, Italy national team, Omni Israel, ni abobona Korean, Duna Chebo na fun. Courtois don't make those mistakes. And on Samsung in ball, he is not the whatever. He's a goalkeeper that can still play. And I mean, he is one of Real Madrid's best player. It happened. Virgil van Dijk said original touchline. Ne AI and said you see in 2019 Champions League final. Omo ni Real Madrid winning. Rich, what do you make of how Liverpool treated Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Many anya. Yes, Abrante don't. Obi be kasa kwan no fa so kwan no. Liverpool for niya, but I think at the end of Zona Branton, I yama Liverpool no. At least next and come hesa anima no. He's done so well. Or Benny Deuce.
Jimmy Carragher
say, Liverpool.
Jimmy Carragher say yes, he has done so well. He has paid his dues for Liverpool. But Ojiri say Nientia, Emma Liverpool fans a treaty Trent Alexander-Arnold saying he say, Sir Rich, you build your love for the club on the fact say, oh, me a scouse. Oh, me I'm a fan of the club. Hey, me I come from the club from age 6. I love the club. Like what catcher fans they say you are one of them. You will stay there forever. It's not about going anywhere. Last season when you were coming off, when you were making sounds like this and Casado, you are not going anywhere. The fans also have every right to feel betrayed.
And normal.
No, because on the front side it's normal. So you ought to go and chase your dreams of playing for the best club in the Riasia. They also have to express their.
Yana Karim Benzema cars on Real Madrid.
It is a Madrid fan this year. Exactly, the Madrid fan this year. Also, on Hala Karim Mustafa Benzema. I also.
Many are John de Ana.
Oh, me I saw it as normal. It happens in football.
Oh, but I'm also a branch of Henry. You can mean.
But he's a pro. He has to keep it together.
Who said the ABC?
He has to keep it
together.
And Arsenal went away to Slavia Prague and make it 8 games consecutive wins without conceding a single goal. Torian Mosper FC Copenhagen by 4-0. Luciano Spalletti's second game of ball draw against Sporting CP. 3-1 win for Atletico de Madrid against Union Saint-Gilloise. Antonio Conte, I see if I knew that Conte double chance. Conte. Yeah, Antonio Conte. Very, very stubborn. And our codes now boys need to side no. It took the meticulousness of that game we. And yes, I can in a bit.
Very,
very one pass games. Emma Bibia, I come on. Antonio Conte needs to look at it when it comes to you. Which I think that today's games majorly is an opportunity for 3 clubs. Barcelona, Chelsea, Newcastle. No more big opportunity. Because based on a table now, after matches now, Newcastle, Chelsea, Barcelona can go to 9 points and give themselves a chance at going into the top half. That is the top 8 now. Why didn't I mention Dortmund or Manchester City? Because both of them are playing each other. Both of them, at least one will drop points, or both of them can drop points. But Chelsea is going away to go and play against Karabakh in Azerbaijan. And Rauti Enzo Maresca in his pre-match press conference, the first thing that is imperative, when he say, Abranti, friend Pedro Neto is out of the squad, but I'll be back in the weekend when the Chelsea play against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Which, see, in matches like this, you have to win.
Yeah.
Karabakh lose game in the Champions League. But for a while now, Chelsea's biggest problem has been the lack of consistency. Mimaka. So in terms of tactics and setting up teams, there are only a few managers in the English Premier League and even over that are better than Maresca. The problem has always been how to get those results consistently. He has to find a way to get a job done and do it consistently. When he goes to go and play against team, a friend Karabakh away from home. Karabakh for have not lost at home. Last week, Omoni Athletic Club de Bilbao airborne. Make sure say I don't trust Bilbao. Almost your first go into Bilbao for no. Eba bet say Eshe El Honum. Omu Bisa, I bent your friend Enzo Maresca about the captain, Reece James, and I bent your friend Romeo Lavia about the game. I think Chelsea should win. For me, the secret weapon should be how Chelsea press and counter press them and become defensively solid. I think they say a game at Chelsea require a way to go and beat Karabakh. If they don't win, then it puts them in a very difficult place because at least we have 15 points to qualify.
Mobile to you.
It's our more Karabakh.
And yes, me Edmond team I'm supporting
Who supported Karabakh
in the Champions League.
Who supported team?
Oh, Ambo.
Because
because you have grown to be the What's a champion year? Amobi and the second team is Karabakh FK.
Karabakh Azerbaijan League no matter.
Me no na me.
Nobody also supported team.
No, team na nkasa me promasem. I love the team.
How is that possible?
I love the team keke.
How is it possible say team I also love you don't know how many times they've won the league.
None they found me.
They say they won't support.
No, me support team based on ne trophies and whatever waje. No. I just love the team. Me promo born no mo born.
Town be no mo born.
Town be no bombo.
Aye, city be no bombo. Say na Kotoko.
Masa, me say.
Senior supporter.
Me ye Karabakh FK supporter.
Karabakh JB.
It's a shaman and
Barca go away to go and play against Club Brugge. I switch. Barca have to win against Brugge.
Okay.
But Brugge is a stubborn side.
Sure.
Makase they be me sure I'm in the playoffs of the Champions League. I began to get very careful about predicting when I'm talking about Club Brugge. I expect, according to what I heard from Hansi-Dieter Flick, some the players that have trained very, very well. This week, only a very sharp, only a very fit. They've become very, very resolute. Oh, I'm training, and he thinks that they can do that. Did you ever think, say, a branch friend Marcus Rashford was going to be the main man for Barcelona at some point in time?
Especially said the first season.
Yeah.
Oh, Barcelona. With the form now, no different England. Yes, of course, on Milano.
Yeah.
Obo kakra fine, but of course, Barca need the form needs.
You see now, Hansi Flick said he loves what a branch friend Marcus Rashford. Eddie Mano. Now the team is almost back together. Dani Olmo back, Ferran Torres back, Robert Lewandowski back, Lamine Yamal, Marcus Rashford. I'm expecting that there will be goals in the game, and then there's going to be a big one for Team Friend Football Club Barcelona. And of course, Man City yet Nefi, they are playing against Team Friend of Dortmund. Which and we will be saying Erling Haaland about the comparison between any Cristiano Ronaldo, any Lionel Messi. Or say no, not at all. I am far off. Nobody can get close to them. So no, Haaland on the comparison. I think Haaland over here was being a little bit modest. If he keeps on going at the rate at which he's going at, I think Zabrante friend Erling Haaland can get to those levels. Newcastle Nefi Abo against team friend Athletic Club de Bilbao. I think that this is going to be a good double chance for Athletic Club.
Now to say,
oh, Nyamia do me where?
And then I say, enko na, and then my phone brand the 11:20. Enko.
We're going to the message by about Liverpool need Trent.
I said I'm a kind 2 years on a contract. No, I was saying extended. He said why extending now Brighton? You don't blame him entirely.
In Pocono, there's some gap or information.
Okay.
Liverpool did their club BIA to keep Trent. Even to the extent they were ready to make him the captain of the team.
Still, Brighton declined
and offer him one of the biggest salaries in English football. Also, the cup. And any Liverpool fought. Those are the kind of information Liverpool fans need him
You know, the who are branding.
Omo ehuru abrantie no. And it's why omo me Liverpool fans pa no. Omo nim de omo club no here to make the academy boys stay. And for abrantie to insist tinchina ameko no. And until them omo gidi say akwa no ye say na obeso chese odoye no. And I didn't like it. But it was expected and Trent knew.
I know him when you say busy.
I didn't like it at all.
See, a captain. I said, Chia Kayo, Liverpool. A Brandon Sober Commanded.
Yes. And Unim. And that's all here. Almost poor game. Rich. The reason why Liverpool fans were happy was not just because they beaten Real Madrid, but in beating Real Madrid, Trent catcher almost said, "Oh, I am better than Omo." And bare 3, 4, 5 years in here, Omo intimi share Madrid for no. But they were able to beat Madrid at the time that Trent mum beat Omo Akoho. Me sure say after McAllister scored, the celebration now we in say no, which is a celebration not 20 years, it's just a coincidence. Onye na you so ohuru no. But no matter how you take it, Rich, Liverpool fans, Papa said they got one against him.
Especially those Abesha one Icono Bradley. I'm a Vinicius Amubonibi. Yamfel.
And you came back to Anfield sitting on the bench. Abra number 8 in able position. There were a lot of conversations across the world. Liverpool fans did say Trent Betinani. The Sagan has finished well in their favor. Per annual game now on my boy. Look, before I make a call to answer, I think that the reason why Minu were disappointed in Real Madrid, the way we predicted they were going to play. And now Obaka Mekacho say Real Madrid are going to play Valverde right back, Mfifio, Chiomani, Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, Ada Goulet. Now, so was our 5 midfielders in different roles our parking as well. What it means is that Alonso will want them to tag in and control possession. And it's not so here. Real Madrid has 61% of ball possession because there were a lot of midfielders in the game for them who could possess onto the ball. Marich, Sadi and Sawaya, the amount attack me and say a narrow. You don't play expansive football. We need wingers, we need forwards. Our move be a bone. And who make footballers be brave. Now attack na get too heavy. And everyone saw here, Vinicius and Mbappe because they were narrow. Oman said that Van Dijk money konate mo headache, and they were able to deal with them. And after Real Madrid conceded goal no, and now where Ora friend Xabi Alonso start say ye changes. Now or the Brahim Diaz aba, now or the Rodrigo the goals aba, now or ye Ada Goulet amone Camavinga mufum. Now to play the expansive football. Send me on comment to stretch Liverpool for, but it was too little, too late. Rich, make idea. Now you 5% a woman seeing it too. 5, you know. Unim say there's one comment here. I want me to after maybe a program, I go back to watch it. Gabe comment say, you should share him to say Courtois and I the best goalkeeper now. And you Donnarumma sim be anyone. What I said after reading that comment, I will meet him and say, people miss context when you are discussing in your man. Rich, I still hold on to that. Courtois, Obian Beno.
And go that to
Michel de Ankasa. And Van Dijk at a point he thought he was going to do what he did on 28 May 2022 when he denied Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah, Gigi Wijnaldum, Fabinho. And you know man on that day he made 9 great saves in the Champions League final to win Real Madrid for more Champions League. In Enra, he made 8 against them, but McAllister had stole the show for Tima Yefeno Liverpool. Very, very good win for Liverpool. With the crisis now, Richie, they needed a win with say to calm things down. Now, Omo Etimia proceeded, and it is good. This weekend, Omobo league matches we are next week, you know, they are going for international break. It will give a some sort of breather be na omo etimi e de ahome e kakra e wo nti rich for you to play 39% and still get 2.58 SG. It means it was a Courtois show and Thibaut Courtois stood between Omo and the team at your friend in Liverpool walloping them on the 9th. And your Courtois going to goalkeeper Rich or winning game man in Timo. But no, you have to same. A lot of people watch the Liverpool Madrid game and they don't even know say the Paris Saint-Germain win against team Bayern win against Paris Saint-Germain. I will pack the Prince. Yes, I bet your friend Luis Diaz ne share 2 goals. You know, but Rich, you will give me no. Manu ya won the man of the match.
Second half, then Kapiaji Ungomu Gubayan for.
So, Omadi
red card.
Now,
I'm Ejina half for.
Rich, 16 games, 16 wins for company. Now, and I realized something. Say yes, I'm true for you. Rich, yet to me, a debate say teams never Europe, why pan on the front trainer, a sharp. Rich, the only say Luis Diaz Hurricane front trainer, a scary. And Enra, a south front trainer, and no pace, and we are Paris Saint-Germain phone. Why almost can go? No, I didn't know Marquinhos say no. Marquinhos were lost, and look, if you make a mistake, Luis Diaz, they will punish you. And by the time of Paris Saint-Germain sets here and Rich
2-0.
Now Omodo Omokokra 2. And then Luis Diaz and Kwa Ashe. Na as you call soon a boy here, Rich. Senka Bayern after our first half and winning game, they will come back and blame Abanti fellow Luis Diaz for the tackle.
Tackle them first will be so. Because we be Hakimi Afabo on Koshe.
And you see,
I don't know.
I didn't want to bring the images, you know, of the way Hakimi Nana, you know, because who are you messing? Rich, and now no parle keep a report say engineer care of France, but you're worried pa the Moroccan press. I can't 1 month and some
AFCON
1.5 months near best starting AFCON. And we are talking about the Insha passports. I can say
matches a ebaso na emu shepa de tense yenya early kick-off game andra ebaso na de tense Pafos FC omutenafie e Cyprus wom sheba ko ama Villarreal from Spain wom entimante na ayabrate offense Derek Lucasen and said only go anima Pafos e ofia Villarreal omutenante enu achi e Azerbaijan yenya Karabakh Abdown FK wom so tenafie omuni Chelsea e bo 2-2 na de tense andra Chelsea game ebaso e wa we no e yakola na friend William Estevao and the cashier first go Edma Chelsea and watch Abrantia Fence Leonardo Andrade Ebatekano Edma Karabakh Afe Abrantia Fence Marco Jankovic at the penalty about second go Edma Karabakh and Sana Alejandro Garnacho a free bench Ebenya equalizer Edma Chelsea Etiano Chelsea team and Karabakh about 2-2 elsewhere our Netherlands Yenya Ayas Omutenafie our Johan Cruyff Stadium Emma Galatasaray from Turkey Ebeshom Akamiensa Wom Entimante na de tense Andra Gala e Nigeria o mabrantina fane se Victor Osimhen and about first goal after Victor Osimhen at the penalty about second goal ansana Victor Osimhen as at the penalty about third goal at the Matima je from se Galatasaray Etiano Galatasaray ewa we Victor Osimhen wonu kwa ebo hat-trick e mo she Galatasaray Ayas team no by 3-0 and which Benfica atinafie ewa Estadio Dalu ewa Portugal ewa Lisbon omulusu 1-0 edma away side je from Saint Leverkusen na a Czech Republic wo mablo tina fase Patrick and said only go edma tima je from Saint Leverkusen afa Belgium your club from Saint Club Brugge wo atinafie woman FC Barcelona about 3-3 na de tense andro share game na say anche kura and abrantia je from Saint Nicolo Trisodi about first go edma Club Brugge afa Ferran Torres about tekano edma FC Barcelona afa abrantia fase Carlos Fob about second go edma Club Brugge Brugge Emma Lami Yamal Esabatekano Carlos Forbes Esabe Rigeni and the offensive lead Edema Tima je from se Club Brugge and sana yebe game no and a brand offensive Christos Zolis ebate ede ongo ebatekano Edema Tima from se Barcelona enti Andra Bansa and Club Brugge about 3-3 and what Inter Milan etnafie womu she 2 Emma Karat Amati womu te kanibako Lautaro Martinez one abrante offensive Carlos Augusto and a show 2 goals Edema Inter Milan and sana abrante offensive Ofri Arad ebate kanibako Edema Karat Amati afe Manchester City womu tenafie Etian Stadium womu she 4 Emma team from say Borussia Dortmund womu te kanibako na abrante offensive Phil Foden and a show first goal Edema the Sky Blues of Manchester City Ellen Haaland at the second goal ever so Emma Blantia offensive Phil Foden about third goal and Sana Blantia offensive Waterman Anton ever take Kanabako and Emma Borussia Dortmund yebe game 90+1 and Orion Cherky about 4th goal and my team from Man City and the Andra City Etihad woman share 4 Emma Dortmund woman take Kanabako after Okwa Stade Orange de Velodrome France and the team from Olympique Marseille woman take Lusu 1-0 and my away side from Atalanta now the test no Marseille game about so near game na si Anchekra and a Belgium amakura na fan say Charles Di Catarari ekonya penalty e was no and wachi and abrante fan say Lazar Samasic about the only goal and my team je from say Atalanta and Tiano Atalanta team away woman say Olympique Marseille by 1-0 and wachi me come say Newcastle United and omutia St James Park woman say 2 ama Athletic Club Bilbao woman Entmante Dan Ben and Jolinton and about 2 goals and my team je from say Newcastle United and I no pen anyone sapina and my telephone na el show no so na mame fan to him say after match week 4 it was UEFA Champions League no e Bayern and Edikan na Bayern Munich 100% record won out 12 points plus of 11 goals after Arsenal almost 100% record Arsenal team out 12 points almost 11 goals after Inter Milan Tosumiansa, woman 12 points, almost 100% record. Woman kuta 10 goals. Man City tosu 9. Woman 10 points. After Paris Saint-Germain, woman 9 points. Newcastle United 9. After Real Madrid 9. And after Liverpool team no, woman 9 points into top 8. UEFA Champions League standings no so. And now no pay anyone sempina. And the material for you show no so. Now after say under games in Ebene and Uko UEFA under only 4 players ebai. Now almost say after match week 4 we end nominees for player of the week and woman adiaba omufa Galatasaray woman brand defense Victor Osimhen and what you follow Foden omufano woman for Club Brugge woman brand defense Carlos Forbes and over 2 goals editor Barcelona and for omufa Mikel Merino wasina kan edema team from say Arsenal na yeka follow Foden winsam no we say under was 2 goals edema team she from say Manchester City na the manager from say Pep Guardiola abona baso na answer follow Foden over last season na bon enshara enye this season full Foden afan to my pefra na Guardiola say fan to obianum say adeba ko na niaje and say under 4 goals e buy no enye Ellen Haaland ko and say nemum yenya 2 players at say Ryan Cherky and afa abrante first full Foden woman na 2 goals and my team and I say omo goals ni bi and my team from say Manchester City niaje na ogidi pass full Foden form we no ebabu ama City Monday born aye kama yenties the Sky Blues of Manchester City woman first Pep Guardiola.
This season is back. Yeah, the season. Not feel all of us. We struggled me first, so but it happened. But when Phil is in that level, when playing between the lines in the pockets, and it doesn't matter what happen. His first touch, his turn, and after his generosity, running and fighting, and as a match, Phil is happy and love, enjoy.
Okay, Man City manager and our tenant can say Obana Kodan and full of Foden. Abaso and Nano Pioneer Wonsem, Emetia for El Shonasana Champions League Sensemino. Yabas name of Yoko United States of America. Essence Andra Openia Fanisel, I know Messi. What Jinidi Pana, Mammy Messi. Essence Andra Oko Miami. Jesse Miami Omomayo, your friend Francis Suarez. Andra or handy key to the city of Miami. Edma Abrante Fanisel, Lionel Messi. Now, sir, I was when no yɛse yɛde ma wobi a yɛka no sɛ wɔyɛ symbolic honor granted to positive influence na kyɛ sɛ wɔnya nsunsuan so papa ɛwɔ nipa so ɛwɔ baabi a wɔte no ɛno akyi recognition for anaasɛ wɔyi ɛyɛ community and significant achievement na kyɛ sɛ ɔbaa no wɔyɛ biribi a kyɛ sɛ nipa no wɔbɔ ne mmɔden pa ɛwɔ mpasua no a ɔwɔ so no enti andɔm hande key ɛde ma ɔpani a hyɛfɛ no sɛ Lionel Messi na Messi kasa bebree yɛde wo nsɛm ba na Messi sɛ yɛmfa to obianom sɛ ɔno wɔbu nkotodwe no ɔbɔ mpaeɛ a adeɛ baako a ɔka kyerɛ Awurade na wɔda Awurade ase ɛne sɛ Nyankopɔn ɛma no talent na football wɔno wɔgye tom sɛ ɛne talent na mmom ɛnyɛ talent no nko ɛna mana yɛ Lionel Messi wɔ put in much effort wɔyɛ adwumaden ɛna nɛ yi wɔfa baabi a ɔbua bɔ ne din sɛ ewiase san sɛ football ɛbaeɛ no ɔno Lionel Messi ɛna bɔɔ no wɔnim bɔ na Lionel Messi si yɛmfa to obianom sɛ ɔsɛ nyinaa no na ɔtumi wu sɛ talent no ɛwɔ ne mu bɔɔ no na ɔnim bɔ nti n'ani agye paa sɛ Nyankopɔn ɛde adom akyɛdeɛ sɛi ɛdom ɔno Lionel Messi ɛno akyi Messi si yɛmfa to obianom sɛ 2022 World Cup na ɔgyeɛ no anigye no a wɔnyae na te sɛ deɛ ne yere ɛwoyɛ na wɔanya ba no saa anigye wɔ pɛpɛ ɛna ɔnyaeɛ na Messi si yɛmfa to obianom sɛ den na wɔwe ne World Cup no ɛna ɔhu sɛ wɔakye bibia ɛwɔ wiase na ɛmfa ne Ballon d'Or dodoɔ a na wagye ɛno akyi trophies a na wagye individual awards a na wagye no na ɔnye World Cup na ɛha ne yie paa na ɔgyedie paa sɛ World Cup na wagye na afei deɛ ɛm sɛ adesoɔ afiri no so n'ani agye sɛ wɔno nso wagye World Cup ɛde asi ne nan so Messi sɛ yɛmfa to obianom sɛ ɔwɔ 38 years na deɛ ɛte sɛ no retirement no wɔnya ɛnsɛte date sɛ ɛda sɛ ɛna ɔpɛ sɛ ɔretire ɔgu so ɛbɔ na after retirement ɔn sɛ players ne bu a ebi sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmoyɛ coaches ebi sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ebi a ɔmoyɛ football management ne adeade ne mo Messi sɛ yɛmfa to obianom sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ businessman ne mo deɛ ɛte sɛ ɔnya take decision sɛ ɛyɛ business way ɛna ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ anaasɛ business way ɛna ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ sɛ ɔwie football a ɛna ɔbɛtake saa decision no ɛno ɛyɛ Lionel Messi ɛna de sansɛm ato dwa Jeffrey United States of America na yɛnsamra Europe yi ɛsiane sɛ anora UEFA Champions League no ɛde nsɛm bebree ɛna ɛbae na mame Barca highline yi na anora Belgium Barca ɛsa akɔto highline no masa ɛka dwie kɔmulu so game no by 3-2 na deɛ ɛte sɛ team from sɛ Club Brugge wɔn kɔhyɛ 4 goal kora ɛma referee fɛn sɛ Anthony Taylor wɔwuru no offside na Thierry Henry ankasa yɛba so ne mom under post match interview Barca manager Francis Flick yɛbusa sɛ wo system abɔ yi de ɔpani ɛne ɛbɛyɛ den pa sɛ ɔbɛgye Champions League ɛde siw na so ɛsiane sɛ wɔhyɛ Champions League no of late ɔmo gyina ɛyɛ na ɔmo ntam mo highlights ha ɛsiane sɛ woyɛ saa yɛduru latter stages anaasɛ final stages ɛwɔ UEFA Champions League na wohyia team a wɔmbɛtumi abreki highline a ɔmo bɛkyerɛw ne mo manager ne gyidi pa sɛ wɔntumi ɛnsesa no under according to Hans Flick wɔse yɛmfa to obianom sɛ ɔsesa Barca system na ɛnyɛ ye na Barca DNA ɛna ɔbɔ no ɛba sa ɔsesa Barca hyɛbrɛ enti deɛ ɛte sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo yɛ ne mo highline ne deɛ wɔm ɛbɛbɔ ɛno ɛyɛ Barca wɔn manager Hans Flick ɛna de sansɛm na to dwa na meka Thierry Henry asɛm na ɔnsɛ Thierry Henry ɛyɛ former player ɛde ma team a from sɛ Barca Thierry Henry sɛ asɛm wɔ last season ɛna ɔhyɛ ase ɛkan na ogu so ɛka wɔka deɛ kyɛ Barca fo sɛ ɔmo bɔ ne sɛ yɛ adeɛ a ɛne ɛbɛyɛ den paa sɛ ɔmagye Champions League yɛntie former Barca player Thierry Henry.
If you're a team now, if you didn't do your due diligence at Barcelona player highline and you don't make a late run, you remember when Dortmund did it to them last year? Yes. You can go on goal every single time. Why would you put yourself in a situation when you're going to make yourself suffer alone? You defend the ball and you defend your goal. You don't just defend the ball when there is no pressure on it and you let people run left and right and then they have chances left and right every single time. That's not really something that you want to do. You're supposed to erase mistakes, not create them. You have a guy running on the side, just like Hakimi last time, feeding someone to tap it in. Like, you can't win the Champions League like this. It's very difficult.
Okay, and I former Barca player first Thierry Henry and I would think Otis Okasa Edeche Barca. One manager first and flex oh yes idea about 10 pass Barca ebetmaji UEFA Champions League edesio monaso na yefri Barca sensem na yem command city esan say andra rantia first Ellen Haaland ekoshe go na unim said this season for club and country arantia first Ellen Haaland was 27 goals na Haaland form pa 17 games and I what 27 goals I 3 assists. Now just a 30 goal contribution in 17 goals and I say 17 games in this season. And my brand here, Jefferson Ellen Haaland. Now say Ellen Haaland about 10th player and I said 10th all-time top scorer. It was UEFA Champions League game. Now if it's a Champions League game, Obe tosu player and I said why player or tosu edua watch more goal. Now the other can Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has 141 goals and watching Lionel Messi etosu me no 129 goals. Yo Abrante Francis Robert Lewandowski watch 105 goals. After Karim Benzema has 90 goals. Raul Gonzalez Blanco has 71 goals. Yo Ruud van Nistelrooy watch 60 goals. Kylian Mbappe 60. After Andriy Shevchenko has 59 goals. Yo Abrante Francis Thomas Muller watch 57 goals. And after Abrante Francis Ellen Haaland has 54 goals. It was UEFA Champions League minimum the attendance Ellen Haaland what the 52 games fewer and I share 54 goals and I just say I want to answer what about 52 matches for share 54 goals. It was UEFA Champions League game and I Ellen Haaland now under Chelsea game about it was Zabajano je say game na say Anchekra and Abrante say Romeo Lavia Eko Praye na Romeo Lavia Epran and Moises Caicedo and Beshem say Romeo Lavia Chelsea phone and say Amuntono and I say ebi omunyan to was kakra na onya fit said the Chelsea manager je fence Enzo Maresca omo captain fence Reece James no esan say Abrante fence Romeo Lavia emrebia de bebiano na we pra ando wasako prai na the me say can since 2023 Abrante ye fence Romeo Lavia we join Chelsea no when your injuries makumaku 8 na the tense 495 days and I what if you want him mobile and from Chelsea now only say 29 games per and about Edema Chelsea 177 matches now just say Casusro is say boy no Chelsea turn best close to best say 55 million pounds and Kobani said and say Chelsea Aboka and no I have first say Romeo Lavia and I will pay at the free stadium now I have a person say boy one Chelsea and maybe about Chelsea piano now we plan after the game and the manager je fais Enzo Maresca say ye fa to obianum say a shame and my Chelsea phone esan say I don't tell say Romeo Lavia omo try bia say boy obey fit nemum boy entimi anya fit nemum say and I say ando na all kasa no na wonya hu the extent of Abrante say Romeo Lavia ni injury no omunya hu dey potia Abrante say Romeo Lavia ebe tranche wanti mobo and for my Chelsea dey me say ka say won gwa ko scan na scan results ne ba eno me say Romeo Lavia anya bia no we 1 week 2 weeks and I say 1 month and no kakra a few Chelsea banana pay no jade won some MT for nyina e show no so na enkofo say omontia say Chelsea and Karabakh about a 2-2 draw na am no manager say no kure 2-2 drawn there and some fantasy Chelsea able 2-2 with Tima you from say Karabakh nemum want me and kase Karabakh for the ball omunimbo woman pa and omo try na intention say and I say intentional say omo rotation na manager na say come wake up at Chelsea kobo and affect Chelsea pa yente Chelsea manager your friend say Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, I think I tried to explain already many times. We have player. The intention tonight was to rest Enzo, to rest Moy, to rest Malo, to rest more players because they are not able to play every 3 days. They didn't recover from last season. As you said, the Club World Cup affect a lot. And we try to do, we try to rotate when you win. No one mentioned about that. I know that when we don't win, everyone is, focused on that. But now I think it's important to recover energy for Saturday and go again.
If you're a team now, if you didn't...
Okay, the Blues of Chelsea manager fence Enzo Maresca and I will take Chelsea manager and Kase or Kase Nano Peno. Sharon voice MT for you El Shono so. Na Andra a William Estevao on the share first goal. Edema Tima, you're from Chelsea. Na Estevao William was back-to-back Champions League matches and as it goes, Edema Tima from Chelsea. Na yes, William Estevao abe first player where under 18. Our office South America was back-to-back Champions League goals. Na chese oko South America players empempina omuni 18 years omufiwo na omaba Europe no go bia no back to back Champions League matches what goals eno aya Blanty fence William Estevao won na esa record na no pen na wonsem emetio fo nyina e show no so na me kase Ellen Haaland eguso a wo ba adwuma na Ellen Haaland unim se me kase no go be first player in the history of UEFA Champions League what it and I say watch 5+ goals na chese match was go edema 3 different teams now the me say can say 2019-2020 season 5 consecutive matches ni na was go edema team from say RB Salzburg and watch 2020-2021 season was 5 consecutive matches edema Borussia Dortmund and after 2025-2026 season 5 consecutive matches and was go edema Manchester City just Ellen Haaland na repompa now so far only 3 clubs but on say already many can catch us omo and a perfect record and I am a team from say Inter Milan after Arsenal and after team she from say Bayern Munich now when say teams now omo free England no this season UEFA Champions League omo bo juma pa say over table now from 1 to 12 sir 5 teams are omo nyina England omo nyina from 1 to 12 num Arsenal at the second team from say Man City the 4th, after Newcastle United at the 6th, Liverpool at the 8th, Tottenham Hotspur at the 10th, and at Chelsea, woman so at the 12th. I just say England teams no omuba jumapa. Na Marco van Basten, a former player, at my team, you're from say AC Milan. Na Marco van Basten, what you ballon d'Or quatre. I just say when he bought Andra after say Barca and the club game me banavieno. Marco van Basten say when you referee Anthony Taylor enya jene. It's say American catch say team. She from say club bridge Nhyira woman ya 4 goal Emma referee no wakoshe video assistant referee euru gone out na according to Marco van Basten was say yamfanto obi say 4 goal na was say gina esan say abrantia your friend said West Sesame player no anya no hwe wono ankasa ene ne nan ekobo player ne namti onim de ntia Anthony Taylor esebon foul na player na ye kan wan sem na ankasa your friend Carlos Fob under over 2 goals enemy team from say Club Brugge when he say post match interview player na ankasa say David wono aka no kro kwa sorry na asori no kro ntimi twantro na do be kan nyina ne say ne nan ekobo no ne nan ekobo goalkeeper no enti do betima aka ne say na foul enti right decision and Anthony Taylor taking as a Marco van Basten asem no be kan wo togu eno Carlos Fob and the sansem atuja na Andra Belgium before say game no club chance no you say Barca supporters omo buy and omo the bus and buy yenkore eja and the bus mu na esi day and the bus aba stadium na eja dam buburuburu de me say kan say yenya club supporters bi omo wura bus num ena omo di ja ekotum eno ti ena ma Barca Andra Barca supporters omo di buy no a shake Gribesa, the Mimi second investigation, Eguso Ecoso, Omo, and I say, wa, Gombeso Mubiano. Wemla enu bedi de me se kan se o match ni babako enti eno no mando e course o Belgium yere won sem ematefo nyina e show no so na se oko team from say Paris Saint-Germain e pra e team from say Paris Saint-Germain na after say Brent first Ashraf Hakimi woko plan oko team from say PSG de me se kan se your players best of 4 o nyina pra eno aya Brent first Ashraf Hakimi Ousmane Dembele afa Nuno Mendes and afa Desire Doué o nyina pra na de tesa Ashraf Hakimi dia no wo se wonya sprain e ne left ankle na chese ne nai bonkum na epono so ba bi no e ho na Brantia ye friend say Ashraf Hakimi akopra once enche na AFCON e ba so e Morocco e Morocco man e ho so AFCON omu key player ba ko e ya Brantia ne friend say Ashraf Hakimi de me say kan say Ashraf Hakimi wo ba me say best 7 to 8 weeks one team mobile e from Morocco man no e na for Paris Saint-Germain na de me say kan say Walid Wagragu one e manager e Morocco the Atlas Lions the Tibiano when the Abrantia fans Ashraf Hakimi ebeko nemom group stages matches ebeba so AFCON no Abrantia fans Ashraf Hakimi enti mobi nemom omode nebeko after Ousmane Dembele oko Paris Saint-Germain wo mo se ni injury left calf ena Abrantia fans Ousmane Dembele akonya injury omugu so omoye treatment ena Ousmane Dembele wo mo se next few days no Ousmane Dembele na omba tona for bobo ena tima she from say Paris Saint-Germain Nuno Mendes ono de ne left knee na chese ni koto gani bonkum no ho ana Nuno Mendes akopra na de me second so ono so next anase next few weeks Abrantia first Nuno Mendes go be available for selection Desire Doué de me second se injury no afa en wa rehabilitation ase into ono de am se ebe check kakra eno after FIFA international break no and Abrantia me friend say Ousmane Dembele anase Abrantia first Desire Doué rather oba we sina ka enema team from say Paris Saint-Germain na Gubanov one a coach and my quarterback wakasa na o say annual game about against Chelsea no waka che ne boys in Chelsea no munya domo munyi munyam na mo press o na mo no mo ampa ane no mo yen afa pa na annual do betima ka say a good news adma Azerbaijan go football say o munya point e de tia Chelsea na annual e ene den eno achi wo mo kire ade afa say character ansa na omudinya 2-2 e de tia Chelsea eno e coach adma team France quarterback and the Sansen Atuja na former Tottenham Hotspur player yes former Tottenham Hotspur player Jimmy O'Hara na O'Hara say one Chelsea da say Chelsea spend over best of £4 billion na okwa away to quarterback na nkomo 2-2 na Tottenham Hotspur na nkofo taka so omasan last season wo mo chi quarterback omo yemu adwuma kama na say City and say Liverpool and spend this kan nkofo be kapa and kan nkofo be ka say Chelsea spending small players and I say young players and Chelsea wom add eto one trust Maresca bakokra wanye Maresca ni say obetim ni Chelsea edu bose assassin so eno Jimmy O'Hara and the Sansen Atuja Victor Osimhen under about 3 goals and Matima je from say Galatasaray na obekia last game before Andra game no we about 2 goals and tia Bodo Glimt na oko Galatasaray obe first player wash a brace back to back UEFA Champions League and wachi abranti offense Victor Osimhen Andra and I was saying 160th game and my club and I said the clubs are going on Andra and I brought offensive Victor Osimhen was 160th goal now 275 matches and they say 160 36 assists and a 3 trophies now just a brand offensive Victor Osimhen woba djuma pa na the chance aboye wadaroma ko asiori mame esan say me the picture be at DM say yenwa djuma mame na the chance a brand offensive Victor Osimhen the me say can say upe players in major European competition na wabo matches atotos na ohye goals abranti offensive Victor Osimhen abatoso enum na dodi ka Cristiano Ronaldo obo 11 games European competition ni nyina no ohye goal eno achi Robert Lewandowski 9 games ni nyina no ohye goal afabranti offensive Lukaku wabo 9 games ni nyina no ohye goal afa Ruud van Nistelrooy 9 games and afa Victor Osimhen wono so ade ne dian aba 9 games na no pay no jere won sam ematio fo nyina show no live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na de tete some kito way de tete say ene ojo nso si obi ho de be dia no se we be go frame na no pay o za ade ombo drone ntia mo wana oye voice note mame and o sa frame me
I see
now we say ene Manchester United and then na mudi 39th years anniversary
okay
now anniversary na make am de ntia make us say ene 39 years pepepe Manchester United appointed Sir Alex Ferguson.
Okay, that's fine. Why be? Just that.
Now, Osha Mina, why you moan?
Oh, yeah, Alex Ferguson there.
About 1,500 matches. Or we need 885. Or the 38 trophies. Premier League 3, Community Shield 10, Champions League 2, FA Cup 5, League Cup 4, Club World Cup 1. Cup Winners' Cup 1, International Continental Cup 1. Now, okay. With the greatest manager.
Oh yeah, the great Sir Alex Ferguson. Just that post Ferguson na Ankuyi.
I know that.
Ya ntutu ya niema yi. Ono anso amwan.
Obvious.
Amwan.
Obuamo pa.
No, me person me say. What in terms of trophies he did so well.
Yeah.
But all be kon wan tutu na chi. Sa na person che. I don't know say ono na anya niema ya amayo. Said that time so no board in the management no so na anya niema yi I think post Ferguson dem say niema Ankuyi Manchester United. Nti no amakobo tutu.
Ebo.
Na de obi se moko banga.
Boys no ban kran.
E dey kran. Kran bay.
18 kran.
No me game na dey be na bam tiri. Be kai ebra Kotoko team no. I said that time kran name say Nani Amponsa time. Na omuko menhia. Openso e ka say oh me batena akonya nsu yi. Asantime wura me bibia me ye bia ekoyi nanso me Kotoko nko na eguma ni ase ese we Premier League clubs yo mo Champions League ya obia ya de enso yanom kwa atomo nso so ombe gu Premier League na ni ase ade quarterback
ade ti eguma ni ase
oh
David
what do you say quarterback
the last time we go UEFA Champions League United na mo ne Bayamunchin
Chelsea
Galatasaray ene Kope
sani anim se mboye se anke ma Manchester mko boy anke ma United ko boy
last season ka kire mo tema na Bobo League no
zeden
a o tia se mo fa kwati kwan so ko boy
sani empebre ke fetch
Champions League abrefo na ebo enti no
Auntie, opin so say, oh, me betina banyo see. Me bie koye me kotokoye nko an egumani mase. It's a Premier League clubs in the Champions League. They are performing so well. Chelsea nko red card FCC ye be gumani mase.
Still na ebe qualify.
Yo, yati.
No problem.
We am say a rotation amwe.
Rotation.
No omo boy no. Omo Chelsea players.
Okay,
sorry kwe. In front the cost and so na into adwumade no so insurance of 4.5 nti wonte ya red card FC for me kamo say enra mokobo 22 moni team bian kasa me team Quarterback FC sorry FK and na ekobo ya game record we no na obi a hye ne nyonko eka mienu yento adwumade no so emam na yemedi nkomon fam but makacho sa wo so bia rush energy drink na manem pa ho Ode se woni bi ofia utisi abontia omo tonton energy drink na supermarket for no tonton drink no okwa so o rush energy drink na enom ebeboa ye pa ema ode no astati esan se ginseng na ewo mu no vitamins na air caffeine ebeboa ama won so no wanya hoode a da muni ni na obeye adwuma ebra onso mrenti mo amata mo ye adwuma na mo abre no me pacho rush energy drink na me kamfo and so at the Emma stay active and energized. Nasa Bibiano akonkain and so at me at the Amantiano after 2 days no with rush energy drink. Tap send a year acquire abruche for first with Sandy Sika at the bar a Ghana. And the Ghanaians in the diaspora Amo Hona Umdo Musicano and so they find Yaboga phone down good morning from a Ghana. Also Sandy Sika at the Ghana they just use tap send. But say you know, first of all, say we need app no phone so ko download the app no tap send app no phone so na start to fast send music no ebra aye Ghana. Na tap send say and they said the any attack no giving back to the society. Omo no ye adwuma yi adu bia so omo so oboma so the whole of this year na omo no na ye adwuma no afi enso ekọ na wie ye enti e free aye enne aye November mu aye wo yi November 1st at the copim and November 30th. Nessa from Enam and Nemo Kasei, a copim said this month, Eberban a year, no. Me patch of broche for Musika Bia, Monsani Diaba, a Ghana, no. On the first, and no crowd them catch them say 100. According to a tatas and in Penifono, almost almost signed another 100 at the other county. They say a code 200. And a broche for Monsani Sika from a ne. Akopem se bosom we beba na we bia no so utie na ni 200 no udi etimi ebemu a sika bia osane ba Ghana dane bia no ye be san asane usika e di amount back umpe we na apede yi etimi na mo use tap send emfa ensane sika no emfa emna ye ka sika wasemi na meguso a metumfo se mommo ni na ho se social media no so no akronfo bebre e na ewo ho so ebi mu mpebe omoto na kire se awo kobra na onya osika no mdo omadwene no abebitu no madu sika akakudi na adwuma kobi o say from World Vision Foundation loan o ma sam ni say o say o ma besia so o ma loans e ma say bia wo gidi akoye adwuma na oje ade the opposite this can ye bia o this can be ma na mom before this can be ma no say wutu bibi kakra de mom ansana o ma besia na o so etimi ade ama na ade ba ko mu yusu ne say o say eye World Vision Ghana and I'm on to me krata and as woman show wo machi a o so o ma sa besia no emfama eye Ghana for na World Vision Ghana say Richardo kachiro bia say ye ni mo ba bia o ya zan for mo jiz enkofu sika na edi o so manya report bebre o mo abuni padodo na entimi sew aya na o ma wani ada na ono mo so no ankwankwa ye business me pa chaw ebia no obi ahase ne udidi di nkomo bi saa ana obi abua o de friend number yi 0509823962 na yema aya police for mm na etwase ye che wo ma yɛnkyɛ na ɔmo nso no ɔmo ankwa nkɔbu obi foforɔ ɛnso aho ɛnsɛm no ma yɛnkɔ UNIAT Practical Institute na yɛnkɔ sua ɛyɛ computer maka kyerɛ sɛ sɛ yɛn generation wei no sɛ wonim computer adwuma wo bɛyɛ den no matter what ɛyɛ certificate ekuta sɛ wonim computer ɛbɛyɛ den asɛm ne sɛ adwuma biara wobɛyɛ wontumi nyi computer mfirim yɛteɛ yi yɛ radio ɛyɛ yɛde computer ɛna ɛyɛ nti sɛ wonim mu ɛbɛyɛ den kakra so ho sɛ nso wobɛtumi ayɛ bi ɛno nti ɛna mekamfo ɛyɛ UNIAT Practical Institute ɛde ama sɛ nso kwae na ɛkɔsua ɛyɛ computer ho nimdeɛ ɛfɛfiri wɔn hɔ na biribi anyɛ kama ɛmfama courses deɛ bebree ɛbi yɛ data analytics CCTV installation and management computer basics and office administration network and cyber security engineering design technology with drone piloting software engineering computer hardware and mobile phone technician AI ne deɛ course bi a baby yɛde afra enti ɛyɛ compose wobɛsua AI no ɛnso ɛtumi ɛde aka ho timpaakyɛw ada sɛ wotie me sɛ computer ne sɛ wonim mu ɛyɛ kakra ana wonim mu kraa no kɔ ɛyɛ UNIAT na yɛnkyerɛw ɛma bibia ɛnyɛ kama ɛnso ɛmfama school no yɛne sɛ kyɛwei sɛ sɛdeɛ wo brɛ no bɛpɛmete biaa school no nso ɛwɔ akwanya ɛwɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi ɛde akɔ akɔsua ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ UNIAT mepaakyɛ wopɛ regular wobɛtumi akɔ open weekends a wobɛtumi akɔ anwummerɛ obi wɔ bɛka kyerɛ sɛ bɛkyɛ adome meyɛ adwuma enti anwummerɛ no na menya time no problem wobɛtumi akɔ ɛna yɛwɔ distant class ɛso ano nso no wobɛtumi atena na hɔ na watumi ayɛ wo deɛ kama paa sukuu a meka ho asɛm yi ɛwɔ Kumase ha yɛ ɛyɛ sesan so wokɔ kurom a wotrɛ nhyɛ fam a wode ɔso wopɛ sesan so bus stop ɔdaa no wosi fam a na wafrɛ number yi 0555 383848 na ɔne ɛyɛ UNIAT mpanimfoɔ ɛni nkɔmmɔ maka kyerɛ sɛ yɛwo dɛm na wosiesie anaasɛ wɔ office a ɛyɛ Alaska Star Enterprise ɛna mekamfoɔ mu ɛde ama wɔ why Alaska very simple Alaska no ne nneɛma no ne quality no wɔ soro nti sɛ wode compare ɔmo competitors a wotumi so ɔmo nneɛma no quality no awɔ soro paa ne yɛ number 1 number 2 ni sɛ nneɛma no Alaska no no a ne tu kwan ɔkɔ aburukyire for plane etu kwan no akɔ aburukyire akɔfa nneɛma no na ɛde aba because of that nti no ɔno ne nneɛma no ɔde ma atufo boɔ so fo enti wo kwa mumu sɛ kra mu kotu akɔtɔ no kra de ɛboɔ no kɔ san te so biem ɛsan de ma ɔpɛ sɛ ɔtɔ ba akɔ nso a akɔnya da hɔ a obetumi akɔtɔ bi from wallpaper a de be design o demo ana office o blank curtain ana material one ɛna ɔpɛ eco panel open decorative watches and flowers, plastic wardrobes, carpet, artificial grass yabe, nina ebi ewoho, and any ama pea kahubia, yentimi emuboni nina oko, and as a room our Alaska Star Enterprise, unsa ebetimi akabi ewohontim patchawada, or so says you damn dear, a hot and a soko, na unso utimi says you damn, and now office or my couch was a first impression. Yapa. Ebukra na opeso no baby tina so obey was one man invite so mrefi me omesraw afedo obey wura dem a there be a brand the house on responsible because me wura ne dem no ma anya impress kra so obu on ma office wo business na unya ni nyina no e office wo se de city ani nti nipa no agwam dim sika ba na obedi nti aya na onso atimi asisi office wo ma bibia no aye kama Kumase yewo dum also premises are not cheap plugs anim sanso edna obusa boss fm outside hona obia abechrew enkra from ko circle titolin and the phone number 0256330075 na muno mu enin komo Amsec mining and engineering training school awo oboase me patro school yi atiti nipa bebre na e school bia wie na person ram into mining and our construction abetimi do certificate no awram obi so ha abaka twa so Richard me de me pesa me de me de ni tukwan na me koto abrabo no so abo obi kuro so no problem forklift for instance when me twa abrochi obenya adwuma yesi salary no enso eye ye kire se de esi operate excavator bulldozer grader backhoe roller wheel loader forklift and a dump truck na 3 months na we eye practicals and in theory so nti wusua book mu de no ne de for ne asan kyerɛ hɔ de no ama watimi abene yie pa wording and fabrication aye courses anu so no ye de eka de medical bobo so ni endina odi abeya ne se obe from keke so ho na wakɔ oboase zongo hona school no wo high st building no na chi no mo pe na ye wo anaso de fɛn 0539 732 766 na se ono mo edin komo ye certificate nso de ekutawa company bia odi bewuram bia no ye beje na omo afa odwuma ma bibia no enso akoye adiama na wa ma ye burden ansan amfa ama wo busuafo enso awo ho a honsam no eno no ma yenye dwumade no awo aye Stanbic Bank na atie for Stanbic Bank say o ma ye ni na afinsia pa because afe no eko na wiye na asemda ode maye abra afiwe eko na wiye eni na eni say Stanbic Bank nani emetena se yenye nhihye ye ni nkomo yembo ema unya eye besia ode ebete wa hiem wadwumam o pebesia e de atoka o pebesia na ofie ya usi eduru mebi asa de ne ya ka so ho wapem so ho ni nyina oba ye be ma eye besia so betimi e de akọ complete eye odan ni nyina e de sa o pesika de atoka o pesika de sidan o pesika e de atre eye business mu eye Stanbic Bank na me kamfo e de ama because interest rate na wo from pass so de toto maka ho a de no from si ho no enti sika boten ni nsi ho no ye keka ni nyina mu atum say very very cheaper onso betimi atua abra unya eye problem bia enti me kamfo Stanbic Bank na adiama ya na onso awura ho na onoma akodi nkomo ama bibia no aikoyie ade ama amwa automobile na edi ewie na makato say amwa de kroma wa opese wo car esan eye fe car ne san esini dada mu biem no okọ amwa automobile na yesiesi wo car no ediama ye niama bebre ebiri se eba no body works na car no ye prepare ama car no ne fenetimi asa ba biem no ye be ediama wo eba no airline na car no ebia na emu no because of say ode ba Ghana wa anche da hwini ye ememu no so ho niema e dia line mu ni ade na atetete ni ade anu so ye bi awo ho ye wi a ye sanso spray enti bia na wo car no ye car dealer auto accident car and now the free abruchire e de ba Ghana wo de yi free container nim na no straight up fako aye amwa automobile ho na yensiesi car no emfama ye wi a ye de akɔhye oven kɛse nim na yetimi spray car no kama pa e de ma wo te Ghana ha e na wutie me car no pɛsɛ wo spray a ni nyina no de kɔ amwa ho a obene kama pa enso etimi edi amawo na numbu nso de da fom obia betimi de ne ka akọ na osiesi enso etimi edi amawo de fen awo 0244 465764 0244 465764 ye wokumase apem so ha ya fair junction ha ena onsa betimi aka eye amwa na onino edi nkomo na osiesi uka etimi edi amawo no pay amani afufuro pika na omo aso yatsina ye did the Thursday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports. At this point, Mr. Johnny Live our YouTube Nhyira TV na yen started the UEFA Champions League review no and from 9 solid games and I told us said the edit was at the amamo no mensan and su biem na afei yemfa ending common proper and famamo and na Club omotifie and Barcelona ebo 3-3 early on, and after the early kickoff, no, na Karabakh FK at Tenerife, and Chelsea so about 2-2. Man City Tenerife almost share 9. Emma Borussia Dortmund at a Kano Bako. So that's a Newcastle. Almost Tifie, Eshe Aya Bilbao, Athletic Club Air Bilbao. A cambio no so entimi ante. Intershare 2. Emma Aya Karat Amati, Amate Kano Aya Bako Marseille Tifie. Emma Atlanta Kuchana Kabakwa. Amo entimi anti Benfica amo so tifie ema team from se Bayer Leverkusen we are se pa de ono Bayer Leverkusen na team akushu obi all right amo ko share team from so Benfica ka ba ko mo entimi anti aya Amsterdam nsafi amo so modern morning ko yekura amo so tenafie eba Galatasaray inform Galatasaray Abrante Vitor Osimhen Abrante ne share 3 goals hat-trick and obody ma Galatasaray Ayas Tifiomo Antimi Anti Canaba Kukra Pafos Antu Tifio Eshe Ayabiario Eka Bakwamon so Antimi Antia Ninano Aye Games are Enra Etoda in the UEFA Champions League, you know. Enti Yebedin Komono na Yetimi Edia Mamane Europa League and na Conference League games or ha. Yamam quote na opeso please who better also no wetimi etwebi awo Betway. Enti second stay na also a part of the show. Would you have say over Johnny our YouTube Insha TV? Me try message no fabra na yen kinkan emfa e ma menno me catch am say cry back yen lose da ya be Chelsea and no say nye referee no na at the point now so frustrate yen or ye be bia possible say Chelsea be nya draw and now so be say ya and no na say nke Chelsea so na say nke Chelsea but anyway nya we do mo ho ache mo nti ehun sem no eno no White Angel 1557. I said just a reminder, Chelsea is the best club in the world till 2029. And you could see saying, and Antimisha Kwanabagi, Yate, Ata Julius, I said, yesterday, party. It's not easy, Martin Common, I say, Martin Casa. And now the teams now, Nadio, oh my, Nadia, Muhammad Isa. As any time Chelsea play draw or loses a game, garbage one will be missing in the stadium. Some garbage one and on Enfado with their Mamin Kabi Maminiano. And yes, a Chelsea a drawing dinner and a garbage one intimi aman home at the Dona Kakra intina Gabi intimi ama unyane. It is a aquaba kono inti Hunson no Charles and Boa Mibra Penny or US Virginia. Also Ochenina our studio ha. Good morning. AJ Minister say Richardo. Barcelona don't even deserve the draw. We are like a boot a whole lot of open chances. They could have scored us more. AJ Ministries and now this message at the Abre and Anopainti and no and Yejnaso na dia kodi enkomo UEFA Champions League review na iwia yamam code am de betwa Europa League and na conference ni bi. And so our Yaro Patrick, I said Richard yesterday, Maresca got a selection wrong. Oh dear Mechira. Anna, good morning. Now to say,
Young go proud of me where
Edenamia say,
no way pa. Once I go for come from annual results never
what a casano. And now the teams that disappoint you. And what disappoint you, papa.
The woman's in a bio.
Samu.
The woman a buy.
Players now. Omunim say invest
wait.
TV.
They are not supposed to think about that. And
because they invest
wait. Until we are sure pa say some investment 50 cities, 900 cities, you know. Assume the players, you know. Omo park no so some beso mu ehye
akojiska kesi
ai say be enu abasa to plane akọ Belgium ekusi aka o ye sure pass 50 cities na dey ato machi no eso won pass o chi ombo no ombo na nye no crack
no man buy no
that is it rich na enra chi enne Yaka Champions League wasem ya babo Europa League ni Conference League mayu ye mumudin
semo
and so you are so comfortable so feeling abe ya o ye di Europe ko ma o club nka ho but if you bodam fifie nti my started from the Barcelona game and ra Rich, a lot of people are raising issues about Barcelona and Omo Highline. And I think Hansi Flick is stubborn with the tactics and any ideas. But there is a trend with games about this season. I am confused how to punish Barcelona highlight. And Opompo, it is something I was said Opomo Jumedi na Odi. And yes, idea he will continue to suffer. Which again American wants him. There is a Barcelona team and so share our initiative or YouTuber. You enjoy and understand as my American yepa. Which Barcelona bought in a 4-3-3. Until you put Barcelona, that is what you get. 4-3-3. Until, for instance, Enra, goalkeeper Chesney, Jules Koundé right back, Bar the left back, Obo 4 and 5 of Eric Garcia and Araujo. Na Oben Fifua, Obo Marc Casado, Fermin Lopez as the number 10, na Obo Frankie de Jong as the number 8. Then the name Hotre, Rashford on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right, and Abranti Ifan Ferran Torres, Ebo as a striker. Marriage. Clubs are steady Barcelona who say, oh, so Barcelona Ebo in this position. The way Omo esi air transit no, so Omo elbubi Omo attack etia no, Sahara Barcelona de be actually be defended. Diana make one sem. Which Barcelona bobo na the amount who highlight no because most of the time Omo bobo no. Na Omo ba Lamine Yamal jina far right ho upper weight because of space e dey atwetwe. Na Jules Koundé abani ni ma ba beboa no. Now oba beboa no because on say Lamine Yamal enya bona ebe is over cruising down on him but so on my branch no options around him on so movement it takes some PSV away from Lamine for him to decide what he want to do based on movement any situation at home and Jules Koundé is closer to a branch friend Lamine Yamal. Now which because Barcelona episode almost suffocating you know number 10 in Enra Fermin Lopez will be right behind Ferran Torres. Then Super Frankie de Jong will come this position. Nama Casado Abba right after the center line. No Ojinanimu ha. Etofumanu afa. Now, omu pushibu omani say to keep the intensity. Araujo any Eric Garcia nyina. And so ebejina machi pampe they don't want to create space na oba bejina etofo omo fa so na be omo intensity pressing ntino na omo 4 and 5 no aba omo ba bejina almost close to the center line also na omo jina so now which this is where it gets interesting. Left side one Abranti your friend Keita Badi no on a lot of pace and are you comfortable with the ball? And see, in modern football, your friend attacking lateral defender, or attacking part, even though about 3. Into the oil and say a Rafinho, say a Rashford, or Pierce Andy Pacona, or just the left hand side of attack, no. Come, and then your friend inverted, no. Not line of Sunina, a Nedia. But into my Barcelona ball, we do about 3 or fast or baby what would you know will be and also push you inside now Okobo as a double number 10 with Fermin Lopez and I say Abranti friend Danny Omo there is how Barca ebo now rich saying about somebody then it means say Barca will see bona still now Rashford will remain inverted into Oba Oba in 15 Omba wide because already we are inverted into both of see bona Oba the chair Oba tail line se Barca Lucy bona who say Jules Koundé eba the chikakra to come and support the line no Keita Badi e will pace into ultimate recover no Barca line we so now rich this is how Barcelona try to defend when they don't have the ball. Lamine Yamal or a lazy defensive duties in Shadam Fano. Enti wabae this position no judge na anymore. Or try say yes I beg you born here be mama ni biem. Now it is only sound for you where. And I think see okay. They are very very good. Say over final pass now. Number for defenders no almost step it out. Enti say over team biara say or let's say obo also over 4-4-3. Rich because Basa be pinning we actually na obo ball we actually no. Obo we actually ah unya ball na. O midfielders no attackers no. They are always caught in these lines in between small spaces now and what Barcelona for the say your number 6 oh, say your number 8 oh, say your number 10 oh, so your bono baba rich Barcelona defenders no omunye who so bo final pass na omabo mu kitwe bi na omama number 9 no aye offside team is okay now yem bo two pass na my number 9 ni bi yem what we will do and say because you are playing a high line na high line no narrow mabua no won finfi won ntino rich they now play what you call vertical pass and because Abenti friend Marcus Rashford and I say Rafinha mpo obo as an inverted number 10 ntino they be are o finfi enti bad chi no so be finfi a there's a whole space and that Barcelona omo vertical zones in it is what I reach Barca against Club Brugge Enra that was the same thing. Barca against Paris Saint-Germain that was the same thing. Barca against Sevilla that was the same thing. Even games at Barcelona every you know. The dangerous movement opposition that is the same thing. Rich omubo diagonal as a vertical pass in the two space we. Now almost strike no play span aba out na wa fawa say ofawa ha no or running say kima by the time about soda for everything you know say omo no man na why off mpa minyansa aka and say by the time I pass the free right one aba inside no he should just be behind the ball say who behind the ball even say what trouble so na place in akra na which ultimate offside it is say sana teams no elbow editia Barca a vertical pass into the zone of the recovery of Valley na omo for ball no right hand side ho na omo the ball na tuamika hey say who your striker that time no already you are in an offside position but ball ya mo the direct arm enti you are beyond Barcelona defenders no and say best omo tuamika ko machi a which you are always ahead the one so ya na say wa okuta ball no who the tuamika say no beti yetu na o kate ball no back always make sure the number 9 is behind ball now o baba back no Oceana no answer waka ball na tum na wa show go which anyway this is our Club Brugge learning from video analysis of Marshall Barcelona any other teams so many results against Barcelona no that is how they were able to break Hansi Flick any Barcelona team no and this guy called Carlos Forbes and now with the pace was dangerous for team for the Club Brugge 2 goals 1 assist and yes Barcelona were flashes of excellence with Hansi Flick Lamine Yamal goal super Ferran Torres goal come marriage and this incident was a robbery. There is no way Romeo fouled Cezanne. The big gap.
For good,
yes. And then no to tell why you feel but all.
Master player the so here no say
there were 2 incidents.
Okay.
Carlos Forbes guy on your penalty.
Yeah.
Now only incident now according to Anthony Taylor bad the foul in the box. And was a penalty man.
Yeah.
And I'll coach VAR. Okoshe VAR by.
Okay, so
and I'll say and only a penalty.
Okay.
And I'll bend anybody to so
okay.
But I am talking about the 4 goal.
Ned disallowed. No?
Yes, wait. And then I went to the goalkeeper. Why anyway? That is the gospel truth. Why anyway? And I don't know what is happening in football. That was a legitimate goal. And a goalkeeper, oh yeah, they are now broso. Near the border feeling some. There was nothing he did. And see, another, even though I am a Barcelona fan, rich, Southford goal in there. Now be there. Oh dear, we are Barcelona and you know what's here. Only me because probably you are a fan, you want a decision to come out team. Just pause for a moment on. Which and we are saying again, Mikoye. Young friend say, Lewandowski and now Rashford. And a club with the goalkeeper and J Bono. And them corners just or channel. And I mean, Rashford far on the ball and say, send you see Pepe now. And a referee also Sabon with this hour. And how will you feel?
And I will fetch me. I tell from who's a more complaining, say, tactical board moon. And a crack. Yenya challenges kakra.
Oh,
Monfanche pa, Monfanche. Who's a message baby?
You are not until the air you
know. But black as a woman said them.
When I'm interested in Ghana, I'm going now.
Monfanche pa is Remo. Monfanche, near Boapayakra. And your cameraman na. Cameras no granye. Ubian good essence. Na a camera no mumuna. There's a problem kakra. Inti technicians no gusua mo ehwe. And to move fanche mo amosim
and any
cardboard need na.
And any intention say then there was no need for which again the two Chelsea run. And I'm going to say the only thing that's standing between Chelsea and so many win air complacency. So no fun game so game with the air for. Now
so would you say it started from Maresca?
Yes. You see, any excuse the Chelsea for them come on them.
So rotating the system.
And I will tell you why. This was the Chelsea team which I know my boy. Sanchez, George Ebobi, Romeo Lavia Bobby, Gettins boy, Andre Santos boy, Torsen boy, Hacho boy, Yao Pedro boy, Estivao boy, Captain Rhys James boy, Kukwera boy. Now, Rich, assuming it is true, the Enzo Maesca can say, not on percent was cancelled the baby, not on percent Enzo Fernandez the baby, because not a say also arrest you no rotating the team. It is a fact. And what you mean, now, Rich, are you telling me, say, even in rotation, these Chelsea players here, they are not good enough to beat Karabakh? They are good enough. Because even when we like the prior, or the Enzo buy, they make changes and brought in Ganacho. Which player be on Chelsea group in India and that's almost squad in India. So or transfer rotation said they are way good enough. I think about for and let me show you what BBC. Which the whole of the Karabakh team, the valuation is £22 million. Now Chelsea targeting is concerned. One player.
Ne board danger.
It's in the
entire Karabakh team.
It is a or you rotation said the value of the team now in the one player crowd in Chiom. And what excuse now, the man? I think that Chelsea need to solve more defensive problems. Yes, they can score, but if you keep on conceding cheap goals, rebound still no about Barca. No. At this level, some person getting the job done. You get that, and you go see and say, which anytime when I tell you Shaka about in the past, look at the results: 6-0, 4-0. Like they just do the job. And I know this generation says I record no against Karabakh. Now Karabakh last season, Rich, or more Europa League, or more you. You're going to do things, or more way. This season, we for Europa League about Champions League. Rich, and look at the wonders that they do. They've beaten Copenhagen, they've beaten Benfica. And I'm only Chelsea so at me about draw or hunty. You're Bobby or Mabaso, and why they're Pep Guardiola and anything on Monemo. For one solid. And now, a share. Who said, no, catch you say, Dortmund for the bad because of from a back. And that is the reason why we'll be a predator say, Sergio and Doku. Ebebo, they will play behind the wing backs, you know, and cause them problems. And then it was so goals now, Banty Feno. For Ford and super goals. So I said 20 goals in the Champions League. Now, which is for almost interested in numbers. No, who is that for Ford and 20 goals now? I say no. Actually, so I said more Champions League goals. Actually, Ronaldinho actually only 18 goals in the Champions League. And I show you, Debbie. Many numbers will come and tell us probably Fufodi was a better player in the Champions League. Actually, I'm right here. He a friend of Ronaldinho. Ryan Shaki, Edeka, Honarich, sitting to no more. There is no way about to with your park, Miss Wa. On Shady and Senior now and the Aircano, which were the first player, Ellen Haaland. Set or 3 teams. Now, or 5 goals. Or better in 5 consecutive games in Europe. Or here with Salzburg, or here with Dortmund, now we're here with Manchester City. Team are winning 5 consecutive games. See now Oshigo. And wait, we're not only 52 games, but we're only in the top 10 top scorers of the Champions League already. At this rate, Obetu Ronaldo.
Okay.
At this rate, Obetu Ronaldo. Na se omo de abel pa Nhyira Shevchenko. Then because Mbappe is still around, Wood Van Nistelrooy, Raúl González, Benzema, Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo. See, Erling Haaland training them, which this season for club and country, Charlie, easy. Mbappe 21, Harry Kane 25, Erling Haaland 27, and Washaw. And I think say. When we say a lot of results in the end, right, but this one we got it right. One you said that Newcastle for now. I want to say James Parker, how many 2 hot for team by a friend athletic club say or more able to meet any results. Now which share Champions League standings now. And go for any muscle, which Newcastle talks to settle. That is very good for almost and maybe Newcastle may really game there. Tonali Ebenya man of the match, the Armenia Germany because of the betting scandal. Now a war brand.
I know it's too early to make carry, but I don't know. Say, I'm so hard on the Spanish teams. There, have you asked the Spanish teams non-performance for Champions League?
Of course. Almost 13. I just hope so. Which it will not be a case. Omobaka say, the English teams. Pick it too early for the competition.
Okay.
And see, by the time you do group stages now, you do playoffs now, you start your knockout stages now. Now everyone so find from, and you can't keep this peak level not start to the end of the competition at a point in time over form. And see, probably yes, and in the English teams are doing far better than the Spanish teams, you know. But I just hope say, and yet say almost pick it too early. Now almost starting air show goals, which everyone may share Galatasaray for highlights now. And a commentator can say, the Victor Osimhen area, there's only one challenge. The both season where we are. I'm sure all the doubt from the big clubs. Say Abraham can be consistent at the highest level. They will scale that hurdle and they will now come in for him.
Okay.
And
so the Real Madrid, the Barcelona.
Yes, they will come. Because which we are all here at the
Abraham no doubt, you know.
Of course.
We are born Napoli. And then Napoli are just
still only consistent record at the highest level. Napoli yet consistent Champions League club.
Okay.
Well, that's all good, right? Obetimi performing at the highest level and which Galatasaray Okolo and when you're full of who he is. And I'm say okay, no problem. Don't go to Saudi Arabia. We will give you Sikebia Opebia. Now your players account into the Loro Sanimo and Mario Lamine and the account which you create the chance for him and he's scoring and also all type of goal for a striker. Obama presence in the box, someone if you by he'll be there to head it or press it or be someone on the ground, the passion, the aggression. Just say, the only pack you should be say,
or the nakuma muni na hunam nyina na ebobon, and that is what sometimes scouts repair. Not just you go na ocean, but look, say or counting no one, you know you are bringing a fighter onto the field, and that is what Victor Osimhen at the Emma Tima, your friend of Galatasaray, I was very, very happy for him. Say Otimi rich. After match day 4, Otimi bought Champions League, and also should be a now when we say you're going international break about the 2 Jenny.
They say automatic for no. As a money Chelsea in our playoff,
and it's out Bosu 11th and 12th. Obiaso was 7 points. Obiaso 7 points. And the next feature, Barca, Chelsea, Barca, and a bubble.
They set the tone.
Your next time at the Champions League, which there is this game 11 against 12 and 1 against 2. Champions League no ayede and then the Europa League games and Conference League games nti mayema ko bi na ntimi entrance na nkomo na ewo ho no ntimi emfa enhwehwe so nti for those who are interested in the Betway course no there are 3 courses bia obetimi e de ayede or the first one no BW1F 559 DCC and a second one no BW1F 55CA6A. Then the last one no BW1F 55F CA1. Oko Owusu Bempayala Ewo X. Anasa Ayala Sports Anasa Beswako Owusu hyphen Ayala Ewo Facebook unsa ebetimi account until far na an Europa League and a Conference League no. Also one head ebetimi e dey rich.
Oh man na duba kwa papa unsimano aduonumiensa 1127. Sorry 1123 in 104.5 yen toss na yes, started show me catch him say you better also with a countdown no of the big game because of the Accra Sports Stadium. You better also, but before no, I mean, obi out platform we and as I say over Ghana had ya so what Ghana hankwa de baby I be on radio, on TV, over to the luckiest. Na me kai say that be I think and now so. Obi friend Sam say, hey, na Richardo. He say, yes, me saw me radio, the luckiest. Especially mo. Me saw me TV, the luckiest. Na the luckiest, no, chechemu kakenam say no problem. Send a baby, me ko chechemu nchianinti no. Me the team na Kasababa studio. Na oma be chechem ye ka the luckiest dear bad dia. Obi okra I know say be our first time. I would at the luckiest no in the and then the team in the studio ha. You know me commander fee you who said the honsam no esi eko me wo obaba ko on my right and on my left me bra penny chawa na. Good morning
my junior
now what to say
adom
we who are TV so
we na den
and then they were pia
ma be fie
akwaba
yeja
na ba kuma sen so bibia boko de
oh so far come ensure na epeto by heart to do yeah and ensure to
ama ayala mfa nkudifu
oh fufu de medi
mo mfa nkudifu
ma ku fie fufu akohwe ho ma
wa ku fie fufu na ene wachini
ente ma be fie ente na nde
I see
ma wint me ma ha ndufu ene o my
I see awapa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now to say
Patrayo na we.
Nyame adom bibia boko. Mami shase mfamfi besini my ho. The luckiest yatino radio on TV. Obi so minim say probably the first time audited the luckiest na dia.
Yo minua meda say we bi se bi. Na emre bi etwem yon kola brem ka bro nya bre sa wokọ area no mo wura store bi ma obehu no mo balloon bi etetatetare ho aye for try your luck na no no to be a 1 to bear 100 balu benya ebi kase ebi ketwa
ebi wa ukure nye
ebi wa ukure ma from a crowd ship granye but we are like in so no akoje kase ewo I don't know impinium for tna say adwene ho ahwe say we are say man for bread Ghana ha man for koban so to be otwekra ntwe Jombe den ama wiase brabuma asetenema aye America kra ma nipa dodo na no motena ho dwen ho I did the luckiest ebetu dwa luckiest ne den eye agudie bia chese wo fa phone say America say now bosta 712 hash
nya motena mi na inina no
ai obetimi kra fa phone me bon me kasa na wo ye
mi wi na mbe mi hands ka bi dia
eye necessary pa
wo me nya ne say me for be phone no
no network bia wo so bia
all network correct and a phone
bia say by you say you put no say say it bia na befa
okay so me nya ne say star
712 hash
okay
obo enokwa so obo a ebe nyoma bi a wo so wo ye ebeba ebe tro say first no buy a random ticket and now buy a ticket for someone na dey keka ho na ticket na wo beto no eho na magic no tickets here between ye and to say other games just a debut also no pa na but we dey share communities because them say dey to be and nipa da se nim bia butai bi da we so aside side butai be bia wo free ebushin bi and now we adwuma baby to say wo say we journalist ye we journalist community ebia me say ebia metwi abobo ya ye wa abobo ya community kejetia eben ye wo kejetia community so am magazine en shada nwa ye wo so am magazine community ye wo blogger for community ye wo momo ye ka washing bay for nyina communities ye wo bako 100 na communities bia e wo ticket dodo a ye twa mom obi community bia ticket e 1000 inti envan say me de empese meto no journalist community me bosta 712 hash na metimi akos hwehwe sa specific ticket me yefim ana me fa random ticket so for random ticket na and the machine no eno abe ajana wa ajana tu na de wato group biem
okay
o ade no e de auto sa group ne ma say ye draw date na e be so ho na ebe de no ho na ebe de na inti agrona de ncheche mu ewuma no the hands wa fa phone say bia o ama no ne inti no ni Ghana ye network si bi so obetimi akọ ye website no ne www.theluckiestafrica.com oko the luckiest Africa nchiche mu ya me de ama eba phone so ni na wo ho inti no bia wo America ana Germany ana baabia no wo de wo card no your Visa card and Master card no now the pay payments no the better ticket dodo a open ticket no one to a crowd to me talk 1 Ghana cedi kwa bit me out of 5000 to 5000 and that say ticket coupon na e dem no obi ntimi to be free so bio now so ticket bia no up to 5000 and meet me out to 100 room me nua bit me out to 200 room we bit me out to be 3000 room dodo a obeto no and na be chere amount a obit me nya na say meet me yi sa 5000 free me there and the 20th December I bear grand draw no 2.5 million na media
Ghana cedis
sa pepe
zeni ni pa gro anya djuma gra so onyan no na na sans ka udi no asa djuma
bisa Jackie de ode
but che me haniye for instance ebia my family phone and na mabo star 712 hash I some the Tommy ticket and uchi no say your ticket ni be no random and ebia for instance all the me example as a journalist make me atomy so media
journalist community
I want to cheche muye kaka
and na me
say ebia me person me twa no ni bia me den na me so metimi edi bi
emre bia no hwe ko anka temu a you publish your communities no and our communities no code na wase so ubet me abo specific code no so open aside ya your website and so ni nyina e wo ho you display community www.theluckiestafrica you display communities na e bibia code e da se nti no fa dia wo pa no akose me sure say me lack e wo ebia hairdressers community and ebia journalist community
now they are told ticket no
they are to tickets ne free our community them
okay
final draw no you drew her Jackie de beka ho you be check you 4 different kinds of wins what my Jackie in Kevin na me pension no
Jackie
hello
you sure dey no so ana hu say ukra once the crowd me twa bi
pa try
e ba say ade no from do once the
I say enyo
what informed that decision
Okay.
Because when you say a lot according to production.
Yes.
So why one city?
Okay, 1 city because enyo obiana obenya once 5,000 na to ticket no.
Okay.
Enti wo senya be ya obia betimi ato yenye yimu yenye aye nipa baako.
Sure.
Enti so ukra 1 city a utimi to ticket 1 city a nyame ya adom na final draw no win a unya times 500 or 1 city no. Just uto 1 city na win a unya 500 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And to say, 5,000, so now to meet to 5,000 now, unya 2.5 million Ghana cedis. But also I be a person to 20 cedis, 100 cedis, 1,000 cedis. Amount be around to unya times 500 of that amount. And see, and yes, say, be a sika phone na yes. And
it is me de 1 city na to ticket na. Nyame adwa yeah grand draw no. Na me 1 city na ticket na me to en edibia. Menya say
500 cedis.
Your patch say, oh my dear no. You're winning na. 20th December na. Dana you win. You have 4 types of winnings.
Okay.
Now winning na, unlike other games ewo omemo had. Ubetimi abo say retrieve you win say you will be your friend na. The instant gifts. Instant gift no star 712 hash. Now to me bot dodoa could do 100 Ghana. With me a claim gift CCA. Obo star 712 hash ebo 4 kan wa option 4.
I know the unya grand
and change all the chain. And amount for winning mobile phones, TV sets, laptops in the keka home. Ebinum kre winning holiday or mode could buy in the keka home. Wow. Ubitimi so data be 1 Ghana. And obitimi nya data be 200 Ghana and 5 cedi and the keka home ahodo. Enti no 100 Ghana cedi say and trend draw obitimi retrieve you gift say with me about 100 Ghana nko a. And on dan chain no da ye be a final draw no. You will bonus win. You will the luckiest ticket win. Answer na your community win. So what I say, the kind of say communities no, you will do back 100.
Yeah.
Now, randomly no, machine na ebe pick 4 communities, and only a community win. No, so our communities 4 na ebe pick no. First one ebe draw no. So what our ticket was our community no so. Amount be auto you be multiplying by 10. If you are the DH second one ebe no. Amount be auto you be multiplying by 7. If you are na eba 5 na eba 3. Into do we win na and the one some what tickets no more na say yeah multiply na na come on and non nan channel you wo they are your friend the luckiest win and no na you pay mu na nkasa and no tickets na you try na communities na you din na bigum na machine na apeke be randomly they are ever peke na number na ever peke na ticket code na you multiply na by 500. Obi bia auto ticket was that ticket code no so no me kind of say obetimi akọ journalist community auto 50 mato 20 auto 30 yin na dey na you be multiply by 500. So one corner auto that ticket no auto no 5,000 money free market no so because 1 to 5,000 na just a ticket no so available. Jackie betimi to be omo mu studio ho bia betimi to be kra in say that ticket na e drop yin na you multiply there you to dodo to bia by 500 in so auto 1,000 you multiply by 500,000 no auto 100 you multiply auto 50 you multiply dodo be to bia you multiply by 500 into you be ma we enya dey also tena se man power.
It is very, very easy.
And very, very easy. And now we shall down some one now determines that the opposite will win. So what I say. And we just I have never seen a game so simple.
It is simple.
Very, very simple. And I'm running also 20th December year. 20th
November
November 20th December year. Near be grand draw.
Ton bibri
menche it's na ya ba Friday it's na ya float room into which na it's na float na ya be random draws also ya the TV set aba ya the laptops mobile phones there keka ho nyoma bibri ya the be checha across the route.
Wow.
It's na into the yanso we share ya baby I will be we to ticket star 712 hash we dey to 5 cedis per bit me win 65 in TV set. Just like that.
Instant.
It's not the annual cobra. Some it's not I'm a radio so. She coin.
Becky. You mind?
And senior Papa Kayana. O Dali star 712 hash na. No at all tickets no. And because I'm running a sunti, I was so turning from now to 19 December.
No more close no.
Yeah, your final draw near 20th December, Nyame Adoma. from now to 19 December. Amount be our per se to no. Oda lista 712 acha. No ato amount when you akwenya kaya good die no ho. Okay, good die no ho a. Say o lack e down same day. Unim de nyame betimi aye. E bi kra na 2.5 million no. Utimi to ye nyame aye adum when ya saska ni nia. Imagine 2.5 million then now the be.
That's a lot.
Exactly.
Sika umpa.
Yes.
Yeah. Ubetimi ebia bibia obeso ibia.
Enti no bibia o phone na.
Nyame aduma float ni ochina. Ushoma no to ticket ni bi.
Ushoma.
Nyame adum na.
Yene nam crew.
Nyame sihwe wa waje. Achede bia eso so de aje.
Waje.
Na se bro nya
Say TV, say mobile phone, say laptop, say tablet, say plane ticket, power bank, ear headset, you cry nyoma bibre ade.
That's fine.
Internet na.
Tichina no minim se behia na bibia ay kama pa enti after the grand draw no future no to saying
after grand draw
yes
ye better kakra on say dey na say the midi kan kan ntisa gudie bi a enam the whole year ye bana afefa enti ye start July ekosi December next year nyame ya adoma ye ko Nigeria so also Nigeria for so dey almost so dey mo no mo so into Ghana for a month na say emma Nigeria for yen twen sika ni na mo share asa pepepe into next year nyame adoma you run Nigeria into na ebia the Nigeria first half of the year na ebeko Nigeria na second half of the year 50 July e ko drew December into na ye pon 20 December now won't ye nka biom e ko pam July 2026
very for edamase
yeda yenso yeda
enchiche mu amode Abraham the luckiest and no mu kodi community very very simple utie me ye say the nchemu ne ban phone bi ekuta obi abetimi de twa bi and I all network ukra 1 cd ebia na nam 1 cd we so wabra bo betimi asesa abra unko ye adwuma di bia enti fa ujim na wafa phone na star 712 hash na o send the akona de ato ticket 20th December and grand draw na nkasa eba so oye lucky say the ade no ni din city and the luckiest oye lucky na sisi kaboti eda so no onso etimi enya bi na wabrabo no etimi asesa alright entro so omre na duba kwa ba pa husima no aduasa onwotwe na 11:38 entro so emfama na ye countdown no obi a otie bia no na otwe dem say it started last Tuesday Edna, the countdown to the super cash. Abekoso, our the Accra stores in Nyame Adama. Hearts of folk. Edi Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Edna Ebo. Na ene focus. Yebese di hun komono. Two teams in India no. Both Hearts of folk are obofie. Edna Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ononso eko away no. Yeshe ubia backline no. Including goalkeepers no. Inti ye show bia chire ho hwan echire ne agidie se ebeboa ama ono nso de bobo game rewie no na wanya at the bragging rights and so our the super cash ebekoso at the Accra Sports Stadium but before Accra no coach Edema Kumase Asante Kotoko eboboko no ahead of the game Kanzito akasa at the afa game no ho na de kan Accra no o say Kotoko ne has the no matter what say a friendly game, say a league match, whatever. Baby, I saw two teams in the Biano. It's a big game. Into Onenem Ranteno. Omabuam Hopa.
As a folk in Kotoko, everybody knows how the game is. It is one of the best and one of the most difficult game of between the two. So everybody wants to win, just as we are going there with the mindset of winning. So it's like you plan against the best side of your opponent and then capitalize on the weaker side. So this is what we are doing in short to meet as a folk.
Okay, and I know your coach Zito and on ahead of the game, you know, and I'll say Safanumi anyway, Ebabishia, a big now on an Ranteno, Omo pa at the Aquacushia, a Hasvok. Now, when you say game in a bad day. Na dia ba kwa one nem rante no and say baby a house of folk dia pa e ma house ye house no o me make sure say so ebetimi ayiro mo na house of folk amfa no so ama me sure mo na fe baby a house enya de no o ma fa homom etimi e dia hye house of folk nyame adoma kwasiada award the Accra Sports Stadium na owie no and na o say the timing Yenti no.
To me, the top 4, it wasn't, the timing was very bad for Kotoko. And I'm vindicated now. People have, just as I said, the timing of the top 4 was not conducive for Kotoko because we started our preseason late due to the subsequent matches ahead of her going to South Africa. So we could even see that we couldn't even rest after the league, which is very, very bad. But at the end of the day, it's a competition we have to honor. So we use it in another 10. So we couldn't do well in terms of results. But I wasn't disappointed because I said that I wasn't expecting my team to play well during that competition. But at the end of the day, I'm now vindicated. People have seen exactly what I said. But that is the technical side of it. But when you come to the supporters, they don't care you are in this, you are in that. So automatically, we are going there with a mindset of beating him at the end of the day.
Okay. Enti ano aye Kumase Asante Kotoko coach kan zito. Ena ode sanse mi ade atuja. O se top 4 no. Sa bre no ojide se na nyam repa de ma Kotoko because na ohwa Kotoko akọ South Africa mo bobo games bi. Tina ma players no kra no ma kotena fie kakra awsen komo rest ni ade ne yesa recall o ma omo ko boss a game tina se break kakra onti ma result no anko ye this time Kotoko team no ma rest enough ma training enough omo prepare enough omo de ko nkan na osen nkan no omo ko no ayade ba ko pe is to go to Accra Sports Stadium and beat Hearts of Oak enti and they came zito ahead of Hearts of Oak Kumase Asante Kotoko in the super clash, you know. And some of the atu edwa eno ayala yemfa no mfani yen komo ne the back line of the two teams, you know. Hearts of Oak Kotoko when na edano ne de beboa no ama obenya at the bragging right.
Yen chen komo ni mienu.
Okay.
And man very, very interesting. Because yen chen komo ni mienu I mean yeka backline, yeka goalkeeper number 2, number 3, 4 and 5. Enti ye chen komoni mienu a ye chemu ni edin komono individual comparison ni aka omabom ni aye comparison no so.
Okay.
So for instance, Hearts goalkeeper aye Benjamin Asare. He is arguably the best goalkeeper in the Ghana League. And Osa a national team goalkeeper. Because Blasters, ye freno, and ye mfene keke. Onona oye Blasters number 1 goalkeeper. Asat enamine okase. But Rich, just in the run up to the Super Clash, the good news for Kotoko when it comes to discussion on goalkeeper contest, you know, and so and say Guinea Ebebo against Togo and in Niger. Rich, almost squad Ebano Kotoko Mo Kamara and the debut, the first call up for the national team.
Meaning almost who be
so all of a sudden the argument say, oh, Hearts won national team goalkeeper no. Rich, Kotoko so team Kabi in Mo Kamara. But Rich, uyi national team 73 more. I think say, oh, compare the two goalkeepers individually, they are on the young who Ghana League in the Rich, I still think say Benjamin Asare Bo Mo Kamara.
The goalkeepers in the end,
so the individuals says yeah, me say enchen komo nemu tu.
Matthias,
yeah, individuals we are na come up as a team.
Okay. And the goalkeeper department in the
goalkeeper
has a fahono. Okay.
Now, look. Any honest House of Folk fan, Rich, ebejia to me say 2 and 3 in the Omon Ben Kotoko. Lord Amoa, any Patrick Esidu, any Amankwa Befi, any Ransford Mensa, 80 penny or more. And your Cassatenti.
Tori enche.
Send mo Kamara. Enya kasatenti on to Benjamin Asare no. 2 and 3 no. Has ni mapa o kan kre bedia to say Lord Amwa Patrick Kesi edudie. Enya mankwa befi ene Ransford Mensah omutipenium. Enti ehon de kotoko afa. But Rich, about center back now, there's an issue.
Any day.
Senka Kotoko going into game way, enya Samba Onel any Abra. Then Kotoko Fonu would have made a case say, okay, Samba Onel, you remember ma or CSCB. Now you're the Ablo, I'm our poor Franny. And that is the only way we stand a chance to win the 2 individual comparisons. No? But Rich, unfortunately for Kotoko, last game at Kotoko Boy, our Barbara Sports Stadium against Karela, a block the yellow card. Amenunti or suspended for the Super Clash. And so we will be able to follow Kotoko team now. Sunday we are the enemy. It is very, very likely say Kotoko Babo, Samba Onel, and Henry Kwame Ansu. And it's a Ode Samba, any Henry Ansu, back to a comparison battle with Osesibe, any upon for any dia. Then Rich, so who combine 11? Your 4 and 5 will be Osesibe and Samba Onel. So has effort at the heart of defense, which is the center half, no, has take 1 in PK, Kotoko take 1 in their captain.
In Samba Onel.
Yes. And unse exercise na ye no. Gradually it's like a combined 11 of Kotoko ne hasu. And se utien komo ya this is ya. Minim se uwo baby a woni menya adwene dia.
But say yemfa say. We dey yenyi Kevin Osesibe and then somebody en to nchen. Say ye show upon frane. And Kotoko's Henry Ansua officials joining Kotoko no. Omumienu no hwan anka wo be yi no.
This season I will go for upon frane. I think he has given versatility. Or starting Ubo 6
in 15.
Yes. Ubo 6 kakra. Or the neighbor so obo. Because of him has a 3-back variation. Because of Onunti. Has to be boy in a 3-back variation. And he is offering a lot of things. Ansu enya consistent in a Kotoko team. Senana Americans and Ablo plays. Even between Ansu Kwani Zakaria Hussein Ukrano, a close, but just say Ansu enya a certain advantage, probably because of what Kotoko team Numuache Afano Dada. And between Ansu and Opanfane, I would have gone for Opanfane. Now, Rich, what we have done is to build the combined 11 of Kotoko has. Pen komaka kreya yedi ana na mibusa say unless say per the individual comparison no ye wo baby a wona menya adwen e be up to you minim say between Benjamin Asare ni Mo Kamara
they say street Benjamin Asare
between Amankwa Befi and Lord Amwa
minim me Lord Amwa
between Ransford Mensah and Patrick
Asiedu
and the 4 and 5 me so ojitum say ye form 4 boom na ye pick it 2 the best will be Esibe and Onel.
Sure.
So Rich, what it means is that in your build up to the Super Clash, you know, yeah combined Kotoko has 11, we've completed the back line. And if you watch na team no. Until now we have goalkeeper Benjamin Asare in post for your Kotoko has combined 11, you know. Benjamin Asare Wopomu, Lord Amwa able 2, Patrick Esiedu able 3, then Osesibe and Samba Onel able 4 and 5. That is the build up no. The Kotoko has combined 11.
Imagine Timbo Ghana and can team here. solid team.
Of course.
So Kevin was SB.
Or Samba.
Or Samba. Ebo 4 and 5.
Yes.
Now Patrick Asie do Lord Amwa. Solid team.
2 and 3.
Benjamin Asari that go. This is solid.
Solid. So yes, she team no call. Or China the me phone ni but that is where we are. Now, Rich, then let's look at. Say I'm sure I will be back. So, for the fact that Mo back line, now out of the 5 players, Kotoko 3, now has 2 there, then probably it suggests say any Kotoko solid defense actually has. Because out of the 5 players, Kotoko 3 has 2. But Rich, it is not a rubber stamp, sir. If you bring in Amankwa Befi, anyone for the Mensa, now the Mubeka or CSB, any upon Franny, any goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari or Domachina. Rich, that is where you could have only 2 players. But their extension with Omuni team make an organization, make a leadership, make a familiarity, partnership. Because for instance, what we are say Samba Onel Ansu will be on paper a good partnership. But how many times as compared to
anytime you blown
yes, as compared to PK Afrane, maybe on paper they may look solid, but in operation, they are more familiar with each other, or more complementing each other, or more communication, solid. Say, Benjamin aside the door, much here. Goalkeeper no starter, no communication with them, or no captain, how are we GDD into a dynamics, which a no pushy Rich has conversation in Basro Kakra. Because Mijiri say Benjamin Asari change what changing the fortunes of has in Nano. Rich and say or good goalkeeper non. But he has gradually grown into a leader at the back. Organizing the team, you could see him naturally issuing instructions. Tier players, every almost they should be aware of their environment any day. Look, you don't get that from Mo Kamara. Or the point more very, very silent. The only time you see Mo Kamara, any guest and answer or baby is all complaining about referee decision and answer baby.
Yes, I saw organized.
I said, now you say, or you should instruction. Kaka Debbie, Owachi shall write. You don't see him do that.
Okay.
You will never see him do that. But when I say, has a 4 year no Benjamin Asari, but Kotoko no Samba. Samba does that. He does instructions, which is all Kasa, and the performance at Sadian. But Rich, look. Is there a gap in terms of performance? Any BBR between somebody and Sibesa? Which is somebody and Sibesa? Full package center half. Difference,
Maybe.
Difference in more. Oh, yes.
Aside the mistakes in Kitty be a Drew Cotonia,
Rich, even if you pay attention. Particular attention to somebody's season, he has been making some mistakes.
Okay.
He has been making some mistakes. Sometimes in the reading of the game or you late kakra. Sometimes he does too much. No akwakem. Sometimes idea was say omo obi ye no. Now a fat on also say oh yeah. And he has been also making mistakes. And you don't really find the difference between Samba Onel any exhibisa omo and a making team no either solid and answer yes solid
for the sake of time in a nutshell
and I come back
concluding
say baby a Emma adeɛ ne trete kakra bi ɛkɔ kɔtɔkɔ hɔ ɛyɛ the 2 and 3 no.
That you can see you do
Lord Amoa as compared to Amankwa Befi and the ones for the Mensa.
Okay.
I think say honey their own rich. Like you can comfortably say Nhyira send your own team comfortably about the center half pair. Any baby I can. I said honey there you can like I want to swap. So I say oh particularly do any runs for the money Lord Amoa money Beth Mujinawa. I think protocol a little bit ahead when it comes to the back line. Any house of folk are rich.
Dachi, and Biara, and we are seeing now Dania computer. The computer you are a crowd day. So we need practical skills, my passing Unit Practical Institute, AEDA. We are cage.
Abekoso awo the Accra source the Nyame Adoma House of Folk Edi Kumasi Asante Kotoko Edna Ebo na ene focus yebese di hu nkomo no two teams ni nyina no both House of Folk a obofie ana Kumasi Asante Kotoko a ono nso eko away no ye hwe obia backline no including omu goalkeepers no enti ye hwe obia kire ho when actually ni GDA say ebeboa ama ono nso de bobo game rewie no na wanya at the bragging rights and so our the super class ebekoso at the Accra Sports Stadium. But before Accra no coach Adama Kumasi Asante Kotoko eboboko no ahead of the game kan zito akasa at the afa game no ho na de kan Accra no o say Kotoko ne has the no matter what say a friendly game say a league match whatever baby as our two teams in the Biano is a big game into on an no Omabuam Hopa.
As a folk in Kotoko, everybody knows how the game is. It is one of the best and one of the most difficult game of between the two. So everybody wants to win, just as we are going there with the mindset of winning. So it's like you plan against the best side of your opponent and then capitalize on the weaker side. So this is what we are doing in short to meet us folk.
Okay, and I know your coach Zito and on ahead of the game, you know, and I'll say Safanumi anyway, Ebabishia, a big now on any rant, you know, Omo pa at the Aquacushia, a house of work. Now, when you say game in a bad day, now dear Bakwa on any rant, you know, and it's a baby a house of folk, dear pa and my house, your house, you know, or make sure say, I'm so able to me, you know, house of folk, I'm fan so, I'm a show. Now for baby a house enya de no omo fa homom etimi e de ahye House of Folk Nyame Adoma kosiada award the Accra Sports Stadium na owie no and na also the timing yenti no.
To me, the top four, it wasn't, the timing was very bad for Kotoko. And I'm vindicated now. People have, just as I said, the timing of the top four was not conducive for Kotoko because we started our preseason late due to the subsequent matches ahead of going to South Africa. So you could even see that we couldn't even rest after the league, which is very, very bad. But at the end of the day, it's a competition we have to honor. So we use it in another 10. So we couldn't do well in terms of results. But I wasn't disappointed because I said that I wasn't expecting my team to play well during that competition. But at the end of the day, I'm now vindicated. People have seen exactly what I said. But that is the technical side of it. But when you come to the supporters, they don't care you are in this, you are in that. So automatically, we are going there with a mindset of beating him at the end of the day.
Okay. And I know I have to say Asante Kotoko coach Zito. And now this answer me at the Atuja. I was a top four no. Sabreno, Ojide is an enyam repade ma Kotoko because na Osha Kotoko across South Africa more bobo games be. Tina my players no kra no ma kotene fie kakra. I was saying come rest ni ade ne say recall o ma. Omo ko boss game. Tina say break kakra. Onti my result no anko this time Kotoko team no. Oma resting enough, oma training enough, oma prepare enough. Oma de ko nkan. Na osen nkan no mo ko no. Aya ade ba ko pe. is to go to Accra Sports Stadium and beat Hearts of Oak. And I know you can't see to ahead of Hearts of Oak Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the Super Clash, you know. And some of the Atu Edra and no. Ayala. You found them funny and common the back line of the two teams, you know. Hearts of Oak Kotoko. Why not a down on the Ababuano? I'm Ubina at the bragging right.
Yenchen common in
Okay.
And the money very, very interesting. Because yenchen common in I mean, you can backline, you can goalkeeper. Number 2, number 3, 4 and 5. And yenchen I bet we say bet influencer no. Yanko so an yankan Europa League ne Conference League. She show bet kabom she should be we are code net so no. Share my betting community no mo fentwa bet ni bi. Na unsusu a wo share bet no na enyes kakakra free code ni mo simple. She share bet share code no. Code no ebe fetch ska eno ena ye kabom ne kasa wo ye bet influencer e de ma bet we only 8 years on kan we the 8 years o bet anu bet responsibly bet we almost get way more.
Tino yeko
Richardo ene elder Maxwell Ampofu e birthday elder Maxwell Ampofu ene e birthday na elder sana me kan na kwa sorry e Pentecost New Tafo District ono ene Good Shepherd presiding elder na yanka se de nyina Mabel May no kunu no nti elder happy birthday to you show na onko so na onye okesero ru sabesum bia ewade ma nye kama pa entimi emfa ema sanso na ene Timothy birthday Timothy Richardo Timothy anga say Timothy
oh yene Timothy
oh
nice
Timothy
some nini na so support Manchester United
ene Timothy
Timo baby a obia nyamishaw onko so anya okese ma Timo de do yema o campus no nyasem kito akra nyamishaw chairman nyamishaw na in fact awudiemu nhye bia nyankopon emfa bi ennom happy birthday to you Timo ati for enfam nsia na adom kase nto aso ye ba ya benim se obra ato adwumadi ne beto aso ebra ayema bene wa ne tim ne tirase no de dwumadi no abre ye de masi adom kase eto aso
so de wunim